I'm gonna open stuff. Well, while people show up, I'm gonna open windows and refill my drink and get some cookies because I can. Hello. You demand candy? I have cookies. I can give you cookies. Why is my nose running? Hello. Hi. I'm in the middle of doing skincare, which is, I don't know. I think it's kind of funny that I was in the middle of doing skincare and I'm like eating cookies while doing skincare. It'd be like that. Hold on, let me run to the Discord real quick. My bad, y'all. I should have made the Discord thing first. But bitches be lazy and bitches are me. Copy link. Paste. Bam. All right, there's that. Hello. What's your skincare routine? So I do this now, because I bought some new ones. So I usually do a nose thing, and then I have a roller, like a face roller that I use sometimes, not all the time. I do that with this serum that I have, and I can't remember what it's called. I'll show you in a minute. Sometimes I do a face mask. I'll show you that in a minute because I gotta go get it. And then I do like a spray. I haven't dressed up since 8th grade. It's better to be antisocial. I haven't dressed up for Halloween since elementary school. Deadass. That's the last time I remember dressing up for Halloween. I went to like this big pumpkin patch thing with a friend. And I remember it was annoying because like I was dressed up like a witch, and for some reason the people that I was with, because I wasn't with my family, I was with like friends. And they couldn't figure out how to like get, I don't know why they wouldn't just have me put on the costume and then put the coat on over it. But for some reason, they put the coat on under it and then my costume on the outside. So all the pictures look fucking stupid. all the pictures look really stupid. And I'm just sitting there like, why didn't I just, I don't know what's going on with that. Happy Halloween, everyone. Hi. Someone knocked on my door earlier. And I didn't answer because I didn't want to tell them that we didn't have any candy. I was gonna give some out. I even wanted to give Vivi a Halloween outfit, but we don't sell anymore. I can't find any. And also she's not very sociable. Like she's not like a dog that can just sit on the porch and just be like, hi. Like, nah, she'll bark at everybody. Anyways, hi. Once Halloween is over, I'm singing Christmas songs. Yes! Big same. Guys, check this out. Look at this Christmas sweater I got for Vivi. Isn't it adorable? It kind of fits her, but it's kind of big because if she moves too fast, her arms get out of it and it just looks funny. But happy Halloween. I don't celebrate Halloween, but happy Halloween. I low-key don't either. I've been wanting to do an Undertaker cosplay. I wanted to do Undertaker costume for Halloween for years, and I still cannot find a proper trench coat. That's like my only issue. I can find boots, anywhere, but it's just the trench coat that's the problem. Can't find it anywhere. Anyways, hi. So, how's everybody doing? How's everybody been doing? I was about to tell y'all something. I literally lost my train of thought mid-sentence. Oh, I wanted to tell y'all some stuff because I think I said before that I have like a second job now, so it means that like it's harder for me to. The thing is that if we're speaking on a real level, I low-key have like 4 jobs because I've got the 2 jobs, like the actual jobs, like that I work. And then I have this YouTube thing that's kind of like a job, but not really because I don't get paid super consistently. And then I have my babysitting job, which I also don't really get paid consistently, but I'm always doing something, which is annoying. So like I hate it because I feel like I'm always making a video that's like, hi, there's a lot of stuff going on in my life. So sorry I'm not uploading. I don't know why I always feel like I need to explain it. Because, well, no, I know why. I think it's because I know that, like, sometimes the YouTube algorithm works in my favor, and then people are watching the videos, and I'm gaining like new subscribers and things like that. So then it's fun and it's cool and it's awesome. And then whenever that stuff happens, I disappear. So then all of that new engagement like goes nowhere because I'm not uploading new videos. And then by the time I start uploading again, nobody cares anymore. So then I go like, oh no, I've lost everything. Nobody cares about me anymore. Even though it's really not that big of a deal. I don't know why I feel like I just needed to tell all y'all that. I said that and like 18 people left. Everybody left the second I said that. I'm so sorry. I'm just rambling. Yeah, you had my first pumpkin soup of the fall. I want some soup now. I got cookies. Halloween is just an excuse for my boyfriend and family to drink. That's also understandable. I feel that. Also, yes, holy fucking shit, 8 months. God damn. Appreciate you, though. Appreciate you. I am on that grind. I'm doing my fucking best. I'm doing my absolute fucking best to try to be a good person. And I don't know where I was going with that sentence. Anyways, hi. Halloween was fun when I was younger. Doesn't it seem like a lot of things were just more fun when you were younger? Like, I feel like I've been for the longest time trying to recapture that excitement of things when I was a kid. I'm never that excited about anything anymore. Everything always feels like, oh well. I had a lot of fun playing The Sims though. I came home I came home yesterday and spent the entire day playing The Sims. And I do not regret a single thing when I tell y'all. I don't know, I'm just really into The Sims lately. I had the funniest thing happen to me though. This game is so fucking weird. I was telling my friends, like, my sim that I have moved into this like apartment in was it San Myshuno or something like that. And outside of the apartment, there was just this lady that was on fire for some reason. She was just standing there on fire. I'm trying to extinguish her. The game not letting me. And then there's these other 2 people. There's a gang member and this other woman getting beat up by a gang member. And I was like, what's happening? And I called the fire department when I was downstairs for the lady. And the fire department came up to her apartment, my son's apartment, and then charged me $500 saying that you falsely called the thing. I'm like, y'all didn't see this person on fire when you came up here. I don't get it. And then same shit. While I was there on that same day, a robber came up to my apartment and stole $100 from me and then left. I lost $600 that day just for being there. And what's funny is that once that happened, my sim didn't even move. She was just sitting there dancing to her music or whatever. That dude came in, stole $100 and dipped, and she was just like, ah. I don't understand. It's fun though. I would stream The Sims if I didn't have the mods that I have, because those mods make that game very unstreamable. Anyways, I was talking about The Sims. Sorry. I was talking about The Sims. There was a person outside of my Sims apartment that was on fire for whatever reason. I still don't know why. I thought she would have died, but later on, like that day, like somebody else had invited my Sim out to like a fucking karaoke bar, and then that lady was still there. So Sims 4 is glitchy as hell. Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, I've got so many like CCs and stuff, like outfits and whatnot. Hi Clara. I have all that stuff that's downloaded, and some of it glitched out, like some of it doesn't work. And I really hope that I don't have to physically go through my list of mods to delete stuff, because that's gonna take fucking forever. Because I don't know what's broken and what's not broken, and I don't know how to tell if it's broken or not. But I do know that, because when the game like randomizes the other Sims, like the NPCs and shit, and it just randomizes it with the clothes that you download or whatever. Some people be coming out this mug looking ridiculous, man. There's this guy who was just like, He looks like he's covered in grease, and I don't know why. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know why he looks like that. I don't know how to fix it because I don't know which fucking CC that is. Like, damn. I'm low-key thinking, like, fuck, am I gonna have to delete everything and then, like, come back? Like, I don't want to fucking do that. I don't want to do all that. You might have to. Fuck, I don't wanna. That's so much work and time. Why are my cookies all stuck together? Anyways, I also wanted to give you guys an update on the videos that I filmed. Because I filmed like, let me look, 1, 2, 3. I filmed like 3 reactions, but I have 2 other reactions that I filmed that were going to go up on the Patreon. I think they're still going to go up on the Patreon. But I haven't edited them yet. So I figure, fuck it. You guys are here. I can tell you guys about it. It'll get uploaded eventually. Whenever I feel like it, I guess. I have other things that I want to edit over the reactions because what's weird is that I have this weird thing with like reactions where like I don't hate making them, but I don't know. I'd be feeling guilty about posting them. I don't know. I think it's because I know people have a feel a type of way about reaction content. I don't know. I think I just want people to like me. It's crazy. Ooh, you should make some brownies. Like double fudge with like white chocolate chips. Excuse me. That's my idea for you. Double fudge with white chocolate chips. Because who's going to tell you that you can't do that? You can just throw in as much as you want. However, I've got a 17 reaction. I've got aespa. And then I think I have a reaction to Itzy's Loco that I may or may not post. Either way, that reaction is probably going to go up on the Patreon. I don't know if I'm going to post it just because it's a month late. And I'm also like, I'm like low-key like, who the fuck wants that reaction? I low-key didn't say that much in it also. I was just like, you know, it's a cool song, whatever. Of all the songs that I listened to, that I filmed that day, because I think I filmed like a bunch. I think I like 17's song the most. Rock With You is kind of a banger. And I was talking about in that reaction that I love how referential 17 always is. And it doesn't ever feel undeserved or like weird. Do you know what I mean? Because you know how some people can be referential and it's like annoying because it's like all you do is like talk about that. Like all you do is talking about this. It's like, okay, we get it. You existed a couple years ago and now you don't. Like now you still do and time has passed. But whenever 17 does it, for some reason it just feels like comfortable and like warm and nice. I guess that's just the way I thought about it anyway. I like aespa's song too. Savage is actually not that bad of a song. I don't know what the general populace thinks of Savage, but I know that the general populace doesn't seem to like doesn't seem to like aespa's music. So I could imagine that they probably won't like Savage because it's not that much different from what they've been doing, which is fine. Like I think that they have a sound that they're working on and that's fucking good for them. Like I fuck with it. Y'all know I don't have a single problem with noise music. I love me some shit that's like loud and wild. But yeah, I don't know because I want to say this and I also don't want nobody to take it the wrong way because I don't want Blanks to take it the wrong way. I don't want Mize to take it the wrong way. I don't want Midsies to take it the wrong way. But doesn't it kind of feel like all of the big 3 so far have their own version of like Blackpink? Like it's like Blackpink is there, okay, and it almost kind of feels like ITZY is JYP's version of a Blackpink, and then like aespa is SM's version of a Blackpink in a way. And I'm not saying that in like a comparative, like they're just Blackpink ripoffs. I'm not saying it in that way. I'm just saying that I feel like that was the inspiration because Blackpink is who Blackpink are, and people are like, I want that. Does that make sense? I really like 17 songs. I didn't used to listen to their songs before, but now I'm very into their music, as you should be. 17 makes bangers consistently. They've been one of the most consistent groups since debut. Like, truly. 17 always releases bops. Yes, absolutely. I like the pre-chorus and Savage, same. I can't think of it in my head, though. I've got, like, a mixture of, like, Savage and Next Level in my head. I don't know why. Not me being at a wedding on Halloween. Anyways, I'm here. You're at a wedding on Halloween and you're here. Pay attention to a wedding. Is the like wedding part over? Or are you at the after bit? What? I haven't been in a wedding in a while. What's up? Hi, you Minley. Hi, bestie. Can't listen to too many noise songs in a row. That's fair. Understandable. I can understand it. Like, I could imagine that, like, if you put on, like, I don't know, like, Savage and then, like, Backdoor and then, like, what's another example? Getting Closer by 17. Like, if you put on too many at once, it'd be like, all right. Like, fuck. About to go, oh, hey, you're really pretty. Oh, preach. Thanks. Oh, fuck. My brain stopped. Thanks for showing up, though. I mean, thanks for popping in and saying hi. I was a fan of 17's cutesy stuff, but I still listen to whatever's good. Felt they also do they do really good cutesy concepts. Like they could do a cutesy concept now and it wouldn't feel like weird. Because you know how some people way too old to be doing cutesy concepts and it's like, girl, let it go. But you know. I haven't heard Frost yet. Wouldn't you know it? I haven't heard that whole album yet. I still haven't listened to it. Wouldn't you fucking know it? I haven't heard Frost. Y'all gonna kill me for this. I haven't heard Anti-Romantic either. I know a lot of people like it though. I hear a lot of shit about it. Everybody's like, oh, Anti-Romantic is like TXT's best song. Da, da, da. I'm like, damn, I haven't even listened to it yet. Fuck. I'm gonna listen to it. I promise. I promise. At some point. I got too much now. I've now like piled too much stuff on me because like the reason why is because I be telling myself I want to do reactions and like now that I have like the Patreon, like I'm trying to like post the stuff there or whatever. But if I don't get around to making that video, that means I'm just not listening to the album for all that time. So because I've been intending on making a reaction video for that album, I've just not listened to it this entire time. And it's like, fuck. And I'm getting ready to do it in Hyping again with their new album. I want to hear it so bad, but because I want to do that, it's just going to take me fucking forever. I don't think it's their best song, but you have to listen to it for sure. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I've heard a lot of good things about it. But to be fair, when has TXT ever missed? I know Frost. I think Frost is their short film music video, like their short film songs, you know? TXT comes out with a movie every fucking era. The album is so good you should listen to it soon. I should, you know what? Perhaps after I get done doing this live, I'll film it. Then that way, it'll be filmed and then I can start working on the reaction. So then that will come out. You know what I mean? Not the reaction, but the review. Excuse me. So I should start soon. I should really start soon. Oh, something else cool that happened recently. And that's a video that's coming up soon. I bought Hypen's new album because I just happened to be at Target and I saw it there and I was like, damn, guess I'm buying it. So I have Hypen's new album. It's my first Hypen album. Yay. Yay. I'm stoked to go back and buy Carnival because so far, even though I haven't heard Dilemma yet, Carnival is definitely my favorite album from them. Has my favorite crop of songs. I don't know. Something about Carnival was just chef's kiss. No pressure yourself. I'll try my best. I just want to get it like out the way. Not like, I don't know. I don't want to say it in like a wrong way because it's not like I don't want to listen to it, but I you know, I've been wanting to for so long and I just take forever. I put stuff back so long and for so fucking long and it's like, fuck, just do it. Just fucking do it. This doesn't happen to me much, but I don't dislike any TXT song. If I had to skip one, that would be Ice Cream for their latest album. Sorry, LOL, but everything else I love. That understandable. I think, let me see. Because I'm a little bit backed up on a lot of people's shit. Like, there's a lot of albums that came out that I haven't heard yet. I haven't heard Itzy's first album, Loco. I haven't heard that yet. I haven't heard Lisa's solo yet. Still haven't heard that. What else? I just told y'all I haven't heard Hypen's new album. I haven't heard Lisa's solo yet. Still haven't heard that. What else? I just told y'all I haven't heard Hypen's new album. I haven't heard Lisa's solo yet. Still haven't heard that. What else? I just told y'all I haven't heard Hypen's new album. I still haven't listened to Everglow's B-sides. That's a thing that I really wanted to do, and I still haven't done it yet. I haven't heard TXT's new album. I just thought I haven't heard NCT's new nothing. I've not heard a single NCT song since Make a Wish. I am so backed up on NCT. It is crazy. I plan on doing a video on it though, because I'll tell you guys this because who cares? I plan on doing a giveaway, like an NCT related giveaway, and I think it would be fun to do that in a video where I like go back and listen to some of NCT's older stuff that I missed. So look forward to that if you guys are interested in it. I did hear Red Velvet's new song. I didn't like it. I mean, I liked it. It was alright. It wasn't their best. You know what I mean? I don't like that, like, okay, so this is my TXT playlist. Why did they switch Crown to the Japanese version? I never fixed it. Like, I don't have a problem with it, but like, damn, why would you do that to me? But yeah, I'm back. I did all that just to show y'all, to tell y'all that I was backed up on stuff. Imagine just walking into a Target and getting a K-pop album. I don't have a Target in my country. Oh man, it is crazy. It is still like a crazy thing to me. Like it is so wild to me. Like, and they're selling like they're basically selling all Hype groups and then the occasional Super M and NCT and Blackpink. Like every time I go up there, it's always a BTS album. It's always a 17 album. That's my first time I've ever seen an Hypen album up there. There's always Blackpink and there's always a Super M, and there also is most likely an NCT. It's so funny to me that like BTS albums are usually just sat there normal, whatever, but the NCT albums be locked the fuck up, and it's like, damn, what the fuck are what are citizens doing, bro? I heard that you can get K-pop albums at Walmart too. I don't know how true that is though. I don't usually go to Walmart that often, anyways. I'm just always in Target. Even though, like, I low key hate going into Target because every time I go in there, I'll go in there thinking like, okay, I only want to spend $20 or something like that, and then I come out and I spent 200. I fucking hate it. I don't know what the fuck it is about Target that just makes you want to spend money, but like, I hate it here. Why is my nose running? I have so many. I don't know. I low-key did this because I'm putting off editing. I got a list of videos I need to edit. Um, Including an unboxing that I filmed literally like in July or August. Probably July. It was a while ago. It was twice. Taste of Love. Yes, it was Taste of Love. I still have this. Which is a really good album. You know what I love? I love that lately it seems like everybody's starting to finally give Twice their fucking flowers as they should. Um and I low key should be talking to myself about it because it's funny because I was one of those people and I hate that I was, but I was one of those people that just didn't like Twice for the same reasons that a lot of people like to discredit Twice because oh they're just a cutesy girl group and da, 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 da. And people love to underestimate just how musically talented TXT, wow, them too, but people love to underestimate how musically talented Twice are and how you know important they are to K-pop and how important girl pop and cutesy music is to K-pop. I don't know, people just don't like it, but I like that people are starting to pay attention now because Twice deserves it. Hi Anaya, you have the same name as my niece. That is crazy. Hi. What's up? How you doing? The only album I have is BTS Why I Know My Part 2. Iconic. That's a good album. Damn, that's a good album. Whoa, what an era. Did any of y'all live through like Run era? Oh my god. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. It's definitely one of my favorite eras. What was that, 2014? Maybe, or 2015. I think that was maybe 2015. Or 2016. No, that was like 2015 because I was still in school. That had to be 2015 or 2014. Either way, it was a really good time to be a K-pop fan. I think there was a lot of good music coming out that era. I should make a video on that. Let's do that. I should do like a yearly throwback or something like that, and just talk about how good certain like the best years in K-pop were, and in terms of music. I only have. I'm out of breath. I'm way too fucking fat. I only have every TXT album, and almost every Twice. So I'm working on doing the same with Luna. Man, why did they make collecting Luna albums so fucking hard? Collecting Luna albums is like collecting rare Pokemon cards. It's fucking insane. Like, also big same. Like, I want to get all of TXT's albums. I want to get all of BTS's albums. I'm missing B, and I'm missing their first two EPs, I believe. Like, but from School Love Affair all the way up to Mot 7, I'm good. I think. I want to buy more Twice albums, just period. Uh, I don't have enough space on my bookshelf no more, bruh. Damn. I want to buy more ITZY albums too. Twice's B sides are getting more appreciation, as they should. Like, it's crazy. I don't know. People have talked about this before, but I just think it's crazy how like how am I trying to say this? I don't know. I just think it's wild about like how people would so easily discredit Twice's abilities just simply because of the kind of music that they made. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want to compare them again. I feel bad bringing up Blackpink in comparison to Twice, but I just kind of feel like it's wild that like Blackpink gets more respect in terms of like their musical integrity than Twice does, and Twice has more input on their music than Blackpink does. And that's not Blackpink's fault. That's more YG's fault and not giving them the opportunity to work on their own music and whatever. That's a whole thing. But I think it really does have to go back to like people like to talk about being feminists and everything and standing up for women and yada yada yada. But at the same time, it's like when women do cutesy things, everyone always goes, "Well, they're just pandering to men, so therefore it's not worth paying attention to." But like, why can't women just be cute to be cute? Why do women have to be cute in order to please men? Do you know what I mean? So it's like a whole fucking thing, and it's crazy. I don't know. I just think Twice is great. I'm buying a Luna Japanese album. I personally love Hula Hoop. Dude, y'all gonna kill me. I'm fucking backed up. I have not even heard that song yet. I'm so fucking far back. I'm so far back. Ugh, I bet it's good though. I feel like Japan would fucking love Luna because think about it. Japan and the way that they do J-pop idol groups in particular, they love like a bunch of members, number one, and they love like members having their own colors and their own themes and things like that. So I feel like Luna would do fantastic in Japan. I feel like Japan would love Luna. I want an Odd Eye Circle album. Oh my god, me too. I got Luna 1/3, which is like yes, but oh my god, Odd Eye Circle is still one of my favorite. Unrelated. When are we gonna get a YY by Y repackage? I'm still mad about that. Everybody else got repackages except them. It's so sad. It's misogyny. It's truly misogyny. It's the same thing as like. Remember, I think I've maybe said this in a video once before or something like that. But I feel like it's the same kind of thing where like K-pop stans feel like they can't be racist to Asians just because they're K-pop stans, even though there are plenty of K-pop stans who have done, whether they know it to be intentional or not, they have done things that perpetuate Asian stereotypes and been unintentionally or unintentionally racist to Asians. It's the same thing. It's like people believe that just because they stand girl groups, that means that they're a feminist and they care all about women or whatever, but then they will shun groups that don't make the kind of music that they consider to be feminist. Like, it's those people who think that girl crush music is the only type of girl group music that matters, and anything else that's considered pandering to men means that you're selling your soul just to be popular or whatever. And it's like, why can't, again, K-pop stans love this or that. We can never be here. It's always this or this. Like, and I'm not saying that to say that like there aren't groups who are created in order to pander. Like, I mean, a low key, the older you get and the more you become aware of things, you have to kind of realize that a lot of groups are made to pander to pander to a certain demographic to get them to buy the albums to make money. Sure, but that doesn't mean that they don't, enjoy being cute. Do you know what I mean? It's like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm losing my train of thought. They make all Blackpink sound similar. Yeah, that's something that I guess they're working on now because since we're in a post Lovesick Girls era, so I guess they are working on it finally. But it was annoying. Like as somebody who was kind of like half a Blink but not even fully a Blink, that was so fucked up that Teddy literally was giving them the same song over and over and over again. It's like fuck. That's so fucked up. Hulu has been on repeat for the past few days. I'm gonna listen to it. I'm not gonna do a reaction for it. I don't think. I'm just gonna listen to it because if I tell myself I'm gonna do reaction, then I'm never gonna listen to it. Luna household name in Japan. Let's get there. Absolutely, absolutely. If I were to make a guess about who would be like Japan's favorite member of Luna, I would say that they would love Chu. I would say that they would love Heejin. Everyone loves Chu and Heejin. But I'll also throw in, I think they would love Yojin. I feel like Japan would love Yojin. I don't know why in particular, but I just feel like they would love her. And Go On. I think they would like Go On as well. Y'all driving too fast. Making me nervous. Okay, I'm gonna go take this off right fast. And I'm gonna go get my face mask and shit. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves, kids. I'm back. I'm back with part two of my skincare. I have face mask. I'm gonna put this on. There's too much stuff on my desk. Move. I feel like they would like Cherry too. Absolutely. Oh, they would fucking love her. Oh my god, they would eat her the fuck up in a good way. I need to move stuff out the way. I just got here what we've been talking about. Low key, nothing. We just been vibing. I was talking about Twice and how Twice deserves respect, and I'm glad that they're getting their respect. We've been talking about Luna as well, and I'm about to put on a face mask. Hold on. Is that better? Why does it feel like the fucking camera was blurred? If BBC would do their job correctly in general, Luna would have been could have done so much more now. Oh my god, tell me about it. Tell me about it. It is insane. And now we've gotten to a point now where it's like I don't know. Last I heard, and y'all know me, but last I heard, the company was having issues and people were worried about a Luna disbandment, which God, I pray that, that won't happen. But I almost feel like we wouldn't have gotten to that point if BBC, like you said, would have done the proper things. Like could make so much fucking money if they were handled properly. And they still have the potential to still make money, of course, but because it's not like it's over, but it's crazy. I recently that's been a lot of companies. Yeah, a lot of companies are wilding out right now. I don't know. I don't fucking know why. I don't understand. Oh, I want to ask you guys this because some of you out there probably watch Girls Planet and I don't. Somebody tell me what happened with Girls Planet. I heard that the show ended. Engines have been getting on Bila for lack of promotions. What's that been about? I can't say if that's what they're doing because I have not been paying attention. But tell me about it. What's been going on? This happens to so many groups, and I hate it. They can do so well, but they hold them back. Yeah, it's very weird because I don't understand why they would, especially in BBC's case. Like, I mean, now I guess knowing that they had this like financial situation going on in the background, I guess that could explain why things were the way they were. But even still, it's like again, has the possibility to make so much money. Why wouldn't you want them to make so much money? It's like, why are you making the conscious decision to hold them back? The final lineup is gonna debut. Ooh, who's in the final lineup? Did that girl from COC make it? I heard that she was in the show and people were rooting for her. What's her name? Eugen. I just started standing Luna last year. I'm praying that they don't disband. Me too. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Um, and I guess it's wild because I haven't been paying super much attention, but Luna is one of those groups, and I plan on making a video about it eventually. I fucking adore Luna truly, and I would go to the ends of the earth for them. And I'm gonna be so sad. I'm gonna be so devastated if God forbid anything happened and that would in them disbanding at this current part of their careers where like they have so much potential to grow and be so big. Like they're already kind of I look wild. They're already a household name when you really think about it. A lot of people know Luna. Even if you don't stand K-pop or get into K-pop or whatever, I feel like a lot of people know Luna, a lot of people know BTS, a lot of people know Twice. Like they're already a household name. So it would be so wild. It would be one of the biggest controversies in K-pop right now if Luna were ever to disband. Let me scroll back up and see what y'all talking about. The members were chosen, and I don't know if this is unpopular, but I'm pleased with the lineup. Okay, that's cool. Exactly. Like, why isn't it beneficial for the company for that the groups do well? Exactly. That's what I've been saying. Eugen made it cool. Poggers. Eugen made it. That's good. Isn't their name Keeper? Kepler? How do you pronounce that? I'm gonna stand, especially if their music is good. Okay, so Eugen made it. Where's my phone? I want to see who's in the final lineup. I'm gonna look it up. Right fast. Someone tell me how to pronounce that name. Is it Kepler? Am I pronouncing it right? Um, let's type that in. Members. Kepler. Keeper. Whatever. How you pronounce it. I don't know. Okay. So Kim Chae-hyun. Hyuning's little sister made it. Eugen, Diane, Youngin, Yeso, Hikaru, Mashiro, and Xiaoting. Cool. They were promoted for 2 years. Oh, so it's a fucking temporary group. Why are we still doing temporary groups? I'm not. That's not making sense to me. Why do we still? I am. It's Kepler. Okay. Hold on, y'all. It's my dad. All right. Hi. So it's Kepler. Cool. Named after a star. Oh, I get it. Cause planet, girls' planet, star. Understandable. I don't. Where are we? Okay, wait. So does that mean that Eugen has to go back to Cube? Because that's fucked up. I don't want her to go back to Cube. I don't want her to go back there. She needs to stay away from there. Um, I'm just curious, so I'm looking at like the girls. I'm like looking at their profiles and stuff to see like where's everybody's from and like what they're doing and stuff like that. Because I'm interested. Hmm. Oh, she's a rapper. Cool. Play M Entertainment. Isn't that the same company that A Pink is under? Am I thinking of A Pink? I'm looking at Bahia. I'm looking at her because I was curious about what company she was under. A majestic Pokemon Charmander. That's adorable. Yeah, I just looked it up and it said that they'll promote for 2 years. I don't know if that's true or not, but right, we don't need no more temporary groups because realistically, I don't know a lot about the members of Girl Planet or whatever about this group in particular, but I do know for Eugen, it would not save her. It would not help her for her to go back to Cube. What would she gain? CLC's already disbanded. What else is she gonna do? Like that means after Kepler disbands, what is she gonna do? Nothing. She's just gonna go back and do nothing unless she leaves the company and goes somewhere else. But even then, why bother? Why the fuck bother? I don't understand. Like, I almost understand it more in the sense of a produced group because like that was the gimmick. So like for IOI 101, Eyes1 and X1, even though X1 didn't, last that long. I understand why they were temporary because that was the set, standard or whatever. But then when we have these other groups like Girls Planet and or these other shows that are like that, it's like why are we still doing temporary stuff? We don't need to. Y'all aren't under the produced banner, so why? Excuse me. They do to give underrated companies debut groups exposure, I guess. I suppose, but I mean, even still, you could still just have them debut in the group. Like, I feel like you could still do something else. Like, and I almost feel like they have situations like this where you have underrated companies who will send their trainees or whatever, but I feel like the companies that are truly underrated who should be really sending trainees don't get to. So then we have situations like there's a bunch of idols who were previously debuted, whether they be in Japan, China, or Korea. These are former idols who come over to this show and still make it into the group. So then it's kind of like, what's the point? And then the group is temporary anyway. So then it's like, what's the point? I mean, we're gonna, I'm still gonna listen to them. It's whatever, but or the current groups, the support, so they don't disband. I guess I don't know. Let me check, because to my knowledge, nobody else in the group is in another group. I don't think everyone that I can see is like former members of XYZ, like CLC and Busters and stuff like that. But nobody's in a current group. So what's the point of making it temporary? Because people are just gonna get attached. And then, then there's just gonna be, fucking what's the word? What am I trying to say? Protests. There's gonna be protests and people are gonna want to keep them around anyways and whatever. And I also don't feel like 2 years is enough. Like, I don't know. Because GP999 is just produced with a different name, Loki. Loki. Because you know that they can't do another produce because of the scandal of the voting manipulation. So they can't literally do another produce. So they're probably just, you know. And then they get so popular while they're active, and then they disband. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. And what sucks is that most of the time they go back and do nothing. Like, look at IOI, for example. Like, yeah, there is some of them who turned out to be successful, of course, like Chang'an, Somi, and whatever. But most of them went back to their groups to do nothing. Like, we all know the story of Christine. Dia turned out to be a mess. Gugudan turned out to be a mess. Like, the only groups that are still around are Wiki Mickey and Uju Sonya. Wiki Mickey isn't really doing super great, given Uju Sonya was probably doing the best in terms of like groups. And then we know Chang'an and Somi are doing great. But it's like, even when you look at 101, like how many people in 101 truly are still relevant currently? I don't know. And I feel like it might be different for Aijuan just because they just disbanded. So there's still like, some interest. But I don't know. It feels like after the temporary group is over, they go back to regular lives and they don't really, most of them, I won't say everybody, but most of the members of the group don't really get to do much. They're just known as the person that was formerly in this group. Keep didn't even congratulate her in the beginning. What a surprise. I fucking hate Cube. I fucking hate Cube. X1 still has music on the charts above over some fourth gen groups even after not even lasting long. I never stand them, but I feel so bad for those members they didn't actually get a chance. I know it's so fucked up. And it's wild too because like X1 had to disband, but IZ*ONE didn't. And I'm not saying that IZ*ONE needed to disband because I understand how important IZ*ONE is to people. And I'm not taking that away from nobody, but it almost kind of feels like, well, if that's what we was doing, why not just let them run their course anyway? We may as well, if we gotten to this point where they were getting ready to debut anyways, we might as well have let them have their couple of years or however long that they had. It was kind of fucked up. Mickey haven't even came back within a year. Shit. Damn. I feel like not a lot of post-produced groups don't do pretty well. Yeah, because it's hard for people to keep that same energy. Like I feel like a lot of I mean, speaking from the mindset of a consumer, for me, because I stand IOI and I liked IOI. As much as I enjoyed IOI, for the most part, it was very hard for me to follow the careers of all of those girls as they went back to what they were doing. So when they first went back, I didn't stand everybody. I didn't start standing Chungha until like Gotta Go era. I was not paying a lot of attention to Somi. I started standing Pristine pretty easily just because I already knew them as Pledis girls. So like I was already into that. I didn't start standing Uju Sonya for real until way later. And I never really got into Dia or Google Don or Wiki Mickey or anything like that. So like as a consumer, it's hard for us to want to really go follow possibly 9, 10, 12 other groups after that, especially for most people who only have the one fave. And realistically speaking, and I'm not saying that I was a solo stan, but because I was a Nayoung stan, that's mainly the reason why I went back to Pristine, because I stand Nayoung. So like I'd imagine that for anybody else, you would go to that group where your fave is. And then if your company doesn't do it properly, then all you have is people coming to stand that group. That's what happened with Dia. Everybody only came for Chan. Nobody cared about anybody else. Daniel's the only relevant one I've seen. Yep, same. Yeah, so much effort to debut and just go back to the start again. Yep. Is these music survival shows just a tax rate? I don't know. I have no idea. I would be surprised though. It's easier to keep up when all of the members are in one group, but when they go separate ways, it's difficult. Yep. Never forget how Pledis messed up Pristine. Yeah, I will never understand it because, like, listen, I'll never stop talking about it because what I don't understand is that because there's this video out there. I'm sure maybe some of you guys have seen the video by June's Carrot, I believe. And it was the video basically going like what happened to X, IOI member, and they just talked about all the IOI members post IOI. And when you watch that video and you watch their little like thing about Pristine and everything like that, and even when you like think about it, I don't understand what scared Pledis away from Pristine. Because even in the situation of Dia or Gugudan, you could see that the sales weren't really doing so well. So in a way, you can kind of understand why they ended up the way they did. But with Pristine, I feel like they had somewhat like one of the worst like end results of everybody. And it was for no reason because they were literally doing so well. They had literally just won all of these rookie awards and people were waiting for that next comeback. They had so many fans because people knew them either as Pledis girls or people, knew them as 17s, juniors or whatever, after school. Like, they had so many fans and they just squandered it for no reason. No reason at all. Like, and given, after the fact, we had all that stuff about like, Kyla's Twitter rants and, the theories and the things or whatever. And that's all well and good, whatever. But I just, for the time, I just don't understand what happened. I just don't understand what happened. So I can only imagine how fucking terrible that must have been for Pristine, for them to be on the top of the world and then all of a sudden have it all taken away from them just so quickly over nothing, essentially. It was like wild. I miss Pristine so much. They weren't even doing badly as a group of players disbanding them without giving any reason. Exactly. All these companies messed up. They don't even know what to do. Exactly. Players literally told the girls they were disbanding while they were making a new album. What the fuck? I didn't even know that part. Like, what the fuck? Imagine how good that album would have been. Fuck. And then Hinapia. I feel so bad for Hinapia. You guys know Hinapia disbanded basically because of COVID. Because the company couldn't afford to promote them anymore because most small groups before COVID they promoted basically through during through busking and stuff like that, which is basically like live performances out on the street. So when COVID hit, people couldn't do that no more. So a lot of these smaller groups from these smaller companies ended up disbanding, and unfortunately Hinapia ended up being one of them, which fucking sucked. It really sucked. Like I was so sad. I realize Pledis has successful groups, but they ruin their careers. And I almost feel like it's just a thing with girl groups because it's not like Newest essentially failed. I mean, they got lucky with Produce, I feel like. But Newest is doing relatively fine now. And of course, 17 is doing great. But After School was so popular and they ended up the way that they did because of whatever. And we all know how popular Orange Caramel is. And also, we just talked about Pristine. So I don't know. Pledis has got some fucking weird vendetta against girl groups. I don't know what the fuck it is. They just do not like girl groups. And it makes me so sad to think about. It especially made me sad for Sheehan, that poor girl who had been in Pledis since she was like fucking 12 or 13 or something, and Pristine ended up the way that it was, and it was like, damn. BRB, all right, I'll see you in a bit. Are you gonna check out Kepler's debut? Yeah, totally. My nose itches. But yeah, I'll totally check it out. Like I'm definitely down to stand more girl groups. I also want to I admit, just because I'm a fan of TXT, I am a MOA, so therefore I am interested to see what Huning's little sister has, like what she's got going with her. I haven't seen the show, so like I haven't been watching that. I just want to see what she's coming with, cause it's cool. I don't know, it's just cool to see. I'm always very interested in like brother sister or just sibling duos within K-pop. You love to see it, so yeah, I'll totally check them out. I'm so down. Coops has admitted that he had to fight with the company multiple times just so things could work out slightly for 17. And I believe him. And I fucking love Coops, by the way. That's like my boy. But and I fucking believe him. Remember back in the day there used to be like that thing that went around that went like kind of viral on Twitter of Coops being like, don't join Pledis. Like Carrots would come to fan signs and jokingly be like, oh, I'm gonna join your company, and he'd be like, no. He was like dead serious. Do not join this company. Like that's why I kind of feel like, I mean, I don't know what Pledis is doing right now, but I could imagine that there aren't going to be any new people or new groups coming out of Pledis, because realistically, who would put it on the line? Who would really risk it? Unless they just got trainees who are just chilling there. Because like, there are some girls who were in Pristine who still stay with Pledis. I don't know if they're still there, but them companies most definitely pocketing funds instead of investing them into the artists. Yeah, totally. That's totally what I feel like. I feel like, especially when it comes to like, excuse me, especially when it came to groups like Gugudan and Dia, and to an extent Wiki Mickey, because it's like I don't understand how we could have so much popularity at one point and then not use that popularity in the proper way. So it's like, what are you guys doing with this money? You know what I mean? Like what happened? Coops is leader of the year. Absolutely. Can we talk about the fact that a lot of the Hive members, like the Hive groups rather, have some of like the best leaders? I don't know. I was just thinking about that the other day because I was watching, I think, a video about Jungwon being the leader, and I was just thinking about like how like crazy it is that all the Hive groups have like incredible leaders, like Coops, Namjoon, and Jungwon and Subin. They're all just great leaders. I love that for them. Um, he was like, if you want to be happy, then don't join Pledis. Yeah, absolutely. I remember that. I think I might become a carrot because 17 has become kind of special to me. Yeah, I love 17. They're truly incredible. I say it a lot. But like, I don't know. I feel like 17 is one of those groups, and I don't want to jinx it, but 17 is kind of one of those groups that have very rarely let me down. I won't say that they haven't, because they have had their share of controversies and stuff in the past, but I don't know. I just like 17 a lot. Something about them just feels very comfortable and warm. I don't know if they're gonna have a new girl group anytime soon because From Us 9 just joined Pledis. What? From Us 9 joined Pledis? Why? Why would they do that to themselves? They weren't even doing that good in the group they were in before. They're gonna go. I don't like that for them. I really don't like that for them. I feel like because I like Fromis Nine. I don't know a lot about him. I almost said that I stan, but I like Fromis Nine. And I know that they were having issues with the company they were with before. So now that they're in Pledis, it's like, oh no, that doesn't seem very good. I'm worried. I'm very worried for them. Praying for Fromis Nine 100%. I'm praying for them. Good Lord. I'm hoping and praying that, hey, Pledis, prove me wrong. Absolutely prove me wrong. But your track record shows that y'all don't really fuck with the girls. So like I'm a little worried. 17 has been one of my ults for years, and very special to me 100%. Honestly, 17 members bring me so much comfort. I've been a care for a long time and I adore them so much. Yeah, same. Like 17 to me is on that same level of BTS in the sense that like I've been a fan for so long and I've just like loved them for so long. They just feel so comfortable. And they just kind of feel like the dudes that I've known for years, like around the block, like I've been, like childhood friend type energy. Like I've just known them for so long and I'm just like, I don't know, you just make me happy. Technically they've been in Pledis, damn. Shows how much I pay attention. 17 feels like a comfort place, like a warm hug. Yeah, 100%. They absolutely do. And it's crazy that they felt like this for like ages. Like I started standing during like Aju Nice era, and from the moment that I came in to the moment we're at now, it's like they've never changed to me. Cause you know how sometimes groups can get popular and their energy can shift just a little bit. Okay. And it's not the same way it is in like pop music, where like somebody gets popular and they start feeling themselves and you can tell that there's a difference. You know what I mean? Like I guess you could say Justin Bieber is a good um example, is that when he first debuted or first came out or whatever, of course, because he was like a kid, he was whatever. But the more famous he got, the more he started to kind of like feel himself and people started to feel a type of way about it, whatever, whatever. But you don't really get that in K-pop because for the most part, people are very like, they understand where they are and who they are and whatever. Uh, but I don't know. I just feel like 17 are the exact same people that they've been, and not in a bad way. Like they are these same motherfuckers. Like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I just like 17. I guess. Can we talk about how Nikki is not known for being one of the best fourth gen dancers? Is kind of shocking. Can I tell you why I think that? Can I tell you why I think that? This is no disrespect to engines, because I love hyping, and I would say that I am an engine. But I think it's engine's fault, low key. And I mean, I'm not talking about like every engine. I'm talking about the solo stands. Because think about it. Think about how a couple months ago or whatever, Sonu's solo stands had everybody thinking that Hypen was bullying him. I feel like it's the same shit. There's Nikki antis have everybody out here thinking that Nikki is this horrible person, to the point where people do not fucking give him the recognition that they should. Like, and in a way, he is definitely one of the most underrated members of Enhypen because of that, because of the way that a show edited him, and now people truly believe that he is that way. And it's fucked up. It is so fucked up because he doesn't deserve it. I get so mad about it. I really do. It really fucking infuriates me because he seems like, and again, I don't know him. Anything could be happening behind closed doors. I understand that, parasocial relationships and yada, yada, yada. But he seems like such a sweet boy at the end of the day. He seems like such a sweetheart, and he has such, incredible work ethic. And you can tell that he loves what he does and he loves his members, and, he wants this. And I love that for him. But God, why do engines betray him so much? consistently betray him. Not engines. I guess I'll say like Nikki antis. But like, fuck. It is so unfair. It is so unfair to him. I started staying and ulting them since home. Air Ming House my bias since then. Oh, you got taste. Oh, they a Ming House stand. You have taste, my friend. You have taste. I feel like Hive groups in general are very down to earth. 100%. Yeah. There's something about Hive. They very chill over there, and I love that for them. Yeah, I've noticed that. If that's true, fuck solo stands and people in general. I mean, that's just my theory. I could be wrong, but considering seeing how they did Sunu, and the narrative that they have built to now where people do genuinely think that Enhypen don't like Sunu, I wouldn't put it past them. Because I remember when I first got into Enhypen, and I remember I was telling you guys, like, why aren't people voting for Nikki? When I was watching Island, I was like, why aren't people voting for Nikki? I don't understand. And you guys told me that it was because people just didn't like him during the era. Like during Island era, people literally were sending him hate consistently. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's still happening. And people just, still hold on to that hatred that they have for him for whatever fucking reason, even though he's fucking, what, 15. Jesus Christ, grow the fuck up. Ruining people's images and relationships, and for what? Dead ass. It's I don't know. I did see somebody in here say, there it is, Anaya, you said it. The engines will be the downfall of Enhypen. And I low-key kind of feel like that because I'm not understanding where, and it feels like sabotage. It feels like self-sabotage. Why are we doing this to Enhypen? It is so not cool. It is so not cool. I love Enhypen, but I can't stand engines, not the whole reverse. Yeah. Man, that whole situation kind of fucked up my whole understanding. Like, that fucked up my whole shit. And I was like, y'all really just, y'all claim that y'all fans, but goddamn, y'all are really out here to destroy this group. That is fucking insane. That is fucking insane. My worst Enhypen era is Island, Loki. He's my son. I swear, I just want him to get recognition. He fucking deserves it. He's an incredible dancer, truly and honestly. And for his age, for him to be that good at his age is kind of insane to me because it makes me think like, you get better at stuff the more and more you do it. So it makes me wonder, like, when this man hits 20, 21, 22, 23, just how good is he going to be then if he's this good now? Like, fuck, that's how I feel about most of Enhypen because they're all so young. So it makes me wonder, like, God, how much better are you guys going to get if you're already this good? I think people hated him just because he voted against Taki, who was his friend, and people painted him as some kind of backstabber. Childish. And then people fucking need to realize at the end of the day, it also is a TV show. People got to do stuff for like drama and shit. And I'm sure that they're fine at the end of the day. Like, and realistically, maybe this is wrong to me. I don't know. But when I was watching Island, I did not understand why Taki even made it that far. And that's no disrespect. I fucks with Taki. Trust me, I did. And I'm not saying that he wasn't talented, that he didn't have talent. I'm just saying that it wasn't there yet. Yes, he can dance, and I will give him that. But I did not understand why he made it that far. Genuinely did not understand why he was making it that far. Excuse me. It's probably the younger fans because Enhypen are young themselves. Yep, 100%. That could be it too. People are young, and when you're young and you're young and on the internet, people respond to things very angrily and quickly, and it's wild. Yeah, but that's stupid because him and Taki are cool. Yeah, I know. It's fucking wild. And again, it's that same shit. You mentioned armies. It's that same shit of people just like predicting or trying to predict or trying to tell others or tell idols how they should handle their own friendships and stuff like that. Because it kind of reminds me of like Taekook in the sense, or the Maknae line in general. Because some armies like to police anything that the Maknae line do with each other, and it's so fucking annoying. And it's like, let people have the friendships that they're gonna have. Do you know what I mean? So you don't know what kind of boundaries that people set up within themselves. Do you know what I mean? So it's like there were people who are possibly mad at Nikki for what he did to Taki on the show or whatever. But if they're still talking, clearly they're fine about it. And they probably talked about it before the show or whatever, about some sort of strategy they had or whatever. Like, they're fine. So who are you standing up for? Like, if it's like they're still friends, then who the fuck are you still standing up for? Like, people want to be a white knight so fucking bad. I love him, but true. I think it's because people thought he was cute. Yeah, he was adorable, but like, let's be real here. Let's be understandable. I mean, I like him too, but I agree he can improve more. Yeah, and I'm totally rooting for him. Like whenever he does debut, I believe he's supposed to be debuting in Hybe's new Japanese group, which is lovely, and I'm gonna check it out. And I wish nothing but the best for him. But in Island, currently, he just wasn't giving what he was supposed to give for me, in my opinion, in my personal opinion. It just wasn't hitting the way everybody else was thinking that it was hidden. You know what I mean? And that's the thing with fan votes. A lot of people will not vote on actual talent or whatever like that. People will just vote on looks. And that's just how it is. There's nothing you can really do about that. That's just kind of how it is. And you can't really blame people for doing that because there's a lot of people who do that shit. Hell, there's some times where I've done that watching some of these survival shows or whatever. I've definitely been watching I remember I was watching season 2 of Produce, and I definitely voted on some people just because that they were attractive. But that's because I wasn't really paying attention to the show for real. It just be like that. His vocals are not very good. He had potential, but he didn't do very well. It was a competition, and I liked how Nikki wasn't biased because he was friend. Yeah, also it was a competition. Like, what the fuck? Was Nikki supposed to throw himself in there just because like Island 2 is coming? I am so stoked when I tell y'all that I actually really enjoy the concept behind Island, and I'm very excited for Island season 2. I'm very excited. I'm also just excited for a Hive girl group because like I've been waiting for this for so long. I just can't wait to see the way I just can't wait to see like BTS's producers on a girl group song. If that makes sense. That's what I'm looking for. Do you know what I mean? Yep, because how was Nicki never in the top 7 until producers? Literally. No one. I just don't get it. Just don't get it. I've been waiting since Glam, absolutely. In my opinion, the best vocalist in Island was probably Gunu, but he debuted in another group. Yeah, 100%. I fully would have. I kind of thought that Gunu would have made it to the end, and I was very surprised to know that he didn't. Because once I saw of course, I started watching Island after and Hype and debut, so I know who made it. But it was like, damn, I thought this man would have made it way further than he did. And it was crazy as I was watching the show, like I came to the finale or whatever, and knowing who debuted in and hyping, I was still like, I love Daniel. That's my little son right there. I love Daniel. He's so great. Me too, also because it's a girl group, 100%. I've been waiting. Hey, cutie. Hey! Oh, I said it like that. Hey! What's up? As a matter of fact, speaking of cute, I'm gonna go take this mask off because I'm tired and it's making crumbs on my desk. So BRB. Wait. Gonna take this back. All right, I've returned. My clothes. And now we're gonna finish the thing. So let me see what y'all was saying. People think Hyde can't handle a group because of what happened in the past, but literally the members committed a crime. Like, of course they would disband. That's not funny. Yeah, you're right though. You're absolutely right. The girl group is under B-Love, so they might be mismanaged. It's so quiet. Right. It's usually not this quiet. But to finish my skincare, now I'm gonna use this cocoa butter on my face because I have dark spots, and cocoa butter is supposed to help with dark spots. I do this to warm it up. I feel like this girl group will be better than their last girl group round. I pray and hope nothing, no scandal or something to happen to this group, to this band. I swear to God, I've been waiting for years. 100%. I feel like they would be fine now because I mean, like, Glam debuted in what, 2012. It's been quite some time, and we see that whether it be B-Lift or Hybe, I don't know. I like to say Hybe as a whole can handle scandals and stuff well, and they can produce groups properly and stuff like that. And I don't know about Hybe mismanaging and hyping because I don't know a lot about that, so I can't really speak on that in particular. However, uh, or rather B-Lift, I don't know about that, but for the most part, Hybe in general seems to know what they're doing. They did a good job with TXT. They did a good job with Enhypen so far. I mean, I don't know, with the debut of Enhypen. And even though 17 wasn't really their group, I guess you could say that they did a good job with 17 as well. So, in theory, I would like to, remain hopeful that things will be, fine. What if they have a racism scandal with B-Lip this bad? Why would you say that? This is a rose hips nourishing serum, in case anybody was wondering. Haha. Anyways, there's also the rumor of a Hype GG with Sakura. I remember hearing about that when Aizuan. Ooh, this bandit. Ugh. I'm gonna just do it like this because I don't like stuff dripping on my face. That's probably just a little bit on my chin. Ooh. Good enough. They're silent about the Heesung situation and then set him up. God, that fucking I hate. Hold on. I inhaled too quick. Hold up. As I was saying, I hate thinking about that whole situation. Honestly, I hate thinking about it. Let me see. The N-word scandal, what he sung was crazy. They never said a word. Honestly, and again, I've talked about this before. I think I don't know. And I think what was crazy about that whole situation was the fact that everybody had different opinions on what was said and what wasn't said. It was crazy that no, because Hype's trying to snatch up Ice and but it was crazy that there were some people who heard the word and thought that they said it, and there were some people who didn't hear it and whatever. And I was one of the people who didn't hear it, so I didn't really respond too much. I wasn't finna trip too much because me personally, I didn't hear nothing, so I'm moving on. Do you know what I mean? And I wish that a lot of us could have just did that. And I do understand that a lot of people sent emails anyways, just in case, because people were like, okay, even if it was said, if it wasn't said, whatever, but because there is a possibility, we need to let people know. And I understand that and I, support that. But, excuse me, I shouldn't have put these on first. But that whole situation was just a fucking mess. And you're right. B-Lift being so quiet about it definitely didn't help it. Because the way that Engines acted the fuck up, and the fact that the situation itself was so ambiguous, it was just all fucked up. You know what I mean? It was just all a fucking mess. See, my hair looks really good now. I just wish that it would stay looking like this. Because it's gonna dry up and then I'm gonna look like, I don't know what. Off topic, Queen Helen mint julep mask was good, but they used parabens and so I stopped using. Good to know. I need to get back into skincare and stuff. Ooh. RJYP will debut an American girl group. Really? Huh. Is there Was that the thing that JYP had posted recently? Because I remember they did post a video recently about like it looked like a teaser for a group, and then I heard rumors that they're like coming out with a new girl group and a new boy group and a new like rock band. And I was just like, I didn't hear it either, but it was still a thing. Yeah. And even if I didn't hear it, like I understand like people should have still like sent emails and whatever just to clear the air. But however, again, not Hype, Lift being so quiet about it and allowing engines to run fucking rampant on Weverse, again, did not make it any better. It just made it all worse. And even considering the fact that they're still they still have been quiet about it, we still have no answers. So even though there are people who didn't hear it or whatever, the fact that it went unsolved essentially leaves a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. JYP trying to pull a SM. Whatever happened to SM's new American boy group? Did they ever do that? Or was they just setting up for that? My skin looks good. I look really pretty. Love that for me. It's just engines that ruined everything, to be honest. They caused the war and literally everybody got involved. It was just the fact of like, it wasn't even just engines running the Weverse and doing all of that shit that they did on there. It was also a matter of like, there were a ton of people who were giving their opinions. And it was people who weren't, I don't know how to say this in the right way. I don't know how to say this in the right way without sounding disrespectful. But I don't know. It was just fucking weird. I'm gonna just leave it at that. It was just a whole weird ass situation. Hello, I love your video and how they state your opinion in a respectful way. Don't worry about it. Appreciate you for watching. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Hope you're having a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is in the world for you. Appreciate you for stopping by and hanging out. Rock band, yeah, that's what I heard. I think they not recently, maybe a day or two ago or something like that, posted some sort of teaser. And people were theorizing that this was the rock band that they were working on. And if that's the case, then I'm all for it because I love Day 6, so I'm here. NCT Africa. Are they still doing that though? Like, it's an American girl group. I don't know how I feel about that. Cause I still don't really. I mean, I didn't like it when NCT did it. I'm gonna be real with you, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about it when JYP does it. Like, maybe this will be JYP's excuse to have like a black member in a group without having to bring them over to Korea. I low key feel like that's what they're trying to do, but I don't know because I feel like something about the K-pop formula just won't. I won't say that it won't work in terms of American music. Because that will probably be wrong to say, but we do know that America doesn't really fuck with girl groups or boy groups like that. Even during the era of boy groups like NSYNC and whatnot, it's not like, I mean, they were famous, but you know, it's not like we had it's not the same. Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas in K-pop, having a group of boys or girls or whatever, having a girl group, boy group, whatever, is the norm. Over here, you're expected to go solo. So the thing is that you debut a boy group, everybody's looking to see who's going to be the next Justin Timberlake or the next Beyonce or whatever, the next Normani, whoever. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But if that's what they're going to do, then that's what they're going to do. I just hit my fucking knuckle. We're going to pretend like I didn't. Ow. Ow. Fuck. God damn, that hurt. Here's my problem with Hybe being a person that stands all their groups and let 17 and BTS, they kind of overwork their artists when they give them a break. I hear you. I hear you on that front. Hybe does kind of have a problem with that. I feel like they do, but they don't at the same time. I don't know how to explain it because I don't know how to explain it because like I can't see how you're gonna act like Hybe hasn't not mistreated, overworked their groups in the past. And you know, there's tons and tons of videos and stuff like that of BTS being overworked. I don't know if there's I don't know. I don't think I pay enough attention to really, I don't know. It's T Africa. It's still hilarious. SM does too much, 100%. Black people blazing in K-pop when though, absolutely. Like all we have is Fatu right now, and what was? Yeah, isn't it so crazy? Isn't it so crazy that like most of the hate that Fatu gets is from other black people. Isn't that crazy? Like that's kind of wild. I was just thinking about that. I was thinking about that the other day. I was watching I think a live performance of Close to Me, and I was like, oh, vibing or whatever, whatever. And I was just thinking, damn, that's crazy. Most of the hate that this woman gets is just from her own people. And I almost kind of feel like it's because black people have ingrained in their heads that black people do not, well, I won't say everybody, but I will say this, that a lot of us, especially a lot of us who have been fans for a while, have been told this rhetoric over and over again that black people will never be allowed in K-pop. So there are some of us who believe truly that black people will never be allowed in K-pop, and we perpetuate that idea to other people. So when there are other people who say that they want to become trainees, or we have a situation like Fatu who has debuted, people go, "Oh, that's wrong. You're never going to be this and that or whatever." Like people will cut us down. Like it's like we're cutting ourselves down before we can even try to flourish because we've been told for X amount of years that we will never make it. And it's weird. It's very, very weird. Imagine getting photo cards with a Western artist. Taylor Swift photo card. No, I'm kidding. But I don't know. I'm overthinking it, but Hypen doesn't get enough freedom. I wouldn't know because I mean I like to call myself an engine, but I also have not been paying enough attention to really decipher or know if they aren't getting enough freedom or not. You know what I mean? Um, I don't know. Did you see Black Swan Close to Me? Yeah, I didn't see the music video, but I've been watching a lot of the live stages because I like the dance. The choreography is nice. And I fucks with them. I don't know. I feel like Black Swan, if they keep going, I don't know, because the thing is with Rainier is that they've been around for fucking ever. And so far their main claim to fame has just been the simple fact that they have foreign members. Like even before Alex, that they would have a foreign, at least one or two foreign members in the group. So that's like their thing. Um, I imagine that it's if they just stick to what they have now, and God forbid anything happen where a member has to leave or they have to add another member or anything like that, then they will be fine. In theory, I don't know. I feel like Black Swan has potential to grow, and maybe this is just me being optimistic because I want the best for Black Swan. I want the best for Fatu as well, but I feel like they have potential to be something big as long as they just stay in their lane. Like, I just don't think I just think they don't need to do too much. They need to do like as much as they can in terms of promotion and everything like that, but they just also don't need to do too much. But when are we getting NCT Japan? When are we getting that? Totally forgot about that. Is Lucas still in NCT? Just curious. Because I remember the whole thing happened and it was a thing. I feel like the only company who would treat a black idol with some decent respect is somewhat decently is Hybe. Those other companies, yeah. P Nation, mayhaps, P Nation. In my head, it's always been Hybe, or in a way, I kind of feel like JYP might, but not really. You know what I mean? It's like, excuse me, Hybe is like they would probably do fine. You know what I mean? Like they would treat them with respect and they would be good. JYP is like a 50-50 maybe. Either or. Everybody else to me is like absolutely not. Do not go here. Even YG, because remember in that video I made, a couple of people in the comments were like, "Oh, maybe YG would because da 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 da," and I would like to think so. However, I don't know. I don't know if I trust YG. I do not trust YG as far as I can fucking throw him. Like truly. Uh yeah, Black Swan is doing pretty well. Yeah. I mean, I feel like, if they just keep going, they'll be fine. You know what makes me wonder too? When will we ever get, I know there's okay, so like we have Island season 2 coming, and there's a possibility that we could get some other um nationalities, possibly we can get some other people on Island season 2, but I do wonder if there are other black trainees out there in companies or whatever. And I do understand that these are very, very small companies, if anything. I wonder why they don't get sent to like a produced type show. Even if they don't make it, even if they don't make it, that's enough exposure within itself. But I'd imagine it's because the companies have. I mean, I figured that the companies have to have at least some form of money to put in order to get it back. That's what I would think. So that's probably why they don't have the very, very, very small companies, like them real small companies. You know what I mean? I imagine that's probably why they don't have those. But I've always thought about that. Like, why wouldn't they? Close to me is really good. Yeah, I actually fucks with it. Koreans don't even seem to mind. It's the international people. Yeah, that's what I've been thinking about for the longest time. Like that's what I just said. Like it's crazy that the most of the hate that Fatu gets is from either international fans or just black people in general. It seems like Korea doesn't really mind, and that's great because we're coming to a point where, thank God, people are starting to grow the fuck up and realize it's not that big of a fucking deal. Like, did you guys hear that P Nation new boy group Smack Mayor 2009 liners? I got into K-pop around that time. Oh, that's wild. I know it's gonna be like that because as I get older, of course, there are gonna be people who are younger who are going to debut. But like, fuck. Fuck. Girls Planet was supposed to be an international group, but only 3 of the members aren't Korean. People were just under the impression that there'd be more. Yeah, that's usually the amount. You know what I mean? Whenever there's a group that debuts under the impression of being an international group, they at the most have about 3 members who aren't Korean. Um, yeah, I feel like 3, maybe 4. Let me think. Because off the top of my head, I'm thinking like, okay, Uju Sonya had 3 Chinese members, and now all of them aren't even in the group anymore. 17 has 2 Chinese members, and you know they're still there, they exist. Twice has 3 Japanese members, and Hypen has 1 Japanese member. I'm thinking, but anybody else? NCT probably has the higher ratio of like foreign members, but because NCT is so big anyways, that's why they have the separate thing. Because you know we have Wavy and then Yuta and Ten and everything like that. I'm trying to think of anybody else, but for the most part, like the cap off seems to be about 3 members. I feel like if I was on Island, I would get eliminated first round. I could never do any of those shows. Real shit. Twice as 4. Yes, absolutely. I forgot. Oh, I feel so bad that I said that. How could I forget about Chewy? Oh, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I could never do any of those shows. I'm not talented. I have nothing. My only talent is that I'm even kind of sort of funny, but even then I'm not that funny. That's all I got. Also, I'm too fat. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Think about it. Like I'm chubby and I got fucked up teeth, bro. They would kill me. And I'm not even talented, bro. They would kill my ass. Hell no. Out of Korean audience based biased, I can't read. They might just vote for Asian contestants and not a non-Asian contestant, and with them being black, that make the chance lower, sadly. Okay, I totally understand what you were saying. I just read that stupid. I just read that dumb. But yeah, 100%. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it would be nice to see, you know, a black person perhaps on Island season 2, but you do make a good point. The fact like these audience voted shows will probably mean that they wouldn't get very far unless we had a situation where like the producers saved them essentially. Because I feel like if I remember correctly, it's been a while since I've seen Island, but that's low key. I won't say that's what happened with Nikki, but that was kind of what happened with Nikki because the fans didn't like Nikki clearly because they kept voting him 10th and 11th and 12th and shit. But the producers really wanted him, so he got in anyway. So unless the producers truly like this person, then I guess that's all we got in theory. International fans hate mixed race idols like Vernon and Somi calling white and ugly. I always feel bad for people of color that are going to debut. And that's the thing too. I've kind of realized, and I do understand that there's only so much that I can see about like what happens in Korea. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that all Koreans don't care because I'm sure that there's definitely some prejudice that people are going through. Period. But it almost always seems like the international fans seem to hate more than the Korean fans do. Or maybe that's just because I see more of the hate that international fans give as opposed to the Korean fans. So maybe that's just what it is. Because, I'm on international Twitter. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, if I'm on my side of Twitter, then of course I'm seeing all the hate. If I'm not on Korean Twitter, I'm not seeing it. Did you hear about Chin Kai's uncle speaking up about his sister and the hate that she's getting? I hadn't, but like, good. Because I do not understand. I never understood that. Like, I remember when I heard about her being on the show, and I would really, really see like all this hate, and I'm confused because it's like, it seemed like it all came down to the fact that people were just mad at the simple fact that she was his sister. And it's like, what was she gonna do? She can't not be his sister. They look exactly alike. You can't hide it. Like, what was she supposed to do? People are like, oh, Moas are just gonna vote for her regardless. So fucking what? There are Cheshires who voted for Eugen, I bet. You know what I mean? Anybody who has a previous fan base or associated with past groups or members or whatever, there are gonna be people who are gonna just vote for them just because. Like, I don't know. I think it's just crazy how people were like mad at her as if her having a idol brother was going to mess with the integrity of the show, as if people weren't just gonna vote for people based off of their own personal whatevers. Like I just said, people don't often vote for people just because of talent. They usually vote because of their own personal whatever. Hey, I know this girl, or she used to be on this show. This person used to be on this, whatever. Oh, she's just pretty. I'm just gonna vote for her. Like, there's no integrity for real. I'm gonna get on because of my weight and I can't sing. I get my ass slammed on Twitter. Oh, that's the other reason why I probably couldn't be an idol. Because I've been on the internet for too fucking long. People will find my old tweets and just cancel my ass instantly. People will find like a tweet of me talking about how much I love BTS or some shit and be like, she's an army. Cancel her. I heard a rumor and Black joined Island too, bitch. I don't know. Whoa. I heard rumors about a Black tranny in Hyde months ago. Yeah, I heard about that too. I think maybe one of you guys told me that. That there was a Black person there. Somebody told me that there's a possibility that there could be a Black person in the next Island because when B-List were doing auditions, they said that they didn't care about nationalities or anything like that. And then I remember hearing some time ago that there was rumors about there being a Black trainee in Hyde, period. I remember hearing rumors that there was a Black trainee in, I think, SM or JYP or something. If I remember correctly, I might be wrong. If she's there, I hope she gets a chance to debut. Same, big same. I'm rooting for her. And and there's gonna be people who are, if there are people who make it into Island who are Black, there's gonna be some people who are like, oh, you're only voting for her because she's Black. So what? So what, bitch? So what if you ain't gonna stop me. And you ain't gonna fucking stop me. How many of y'all motherfuckers voted for somebody just because she pretty? Please. Guarantee if a Black girl makes it into Island, I am absolutely voting for her just because of that. And who's gonna fucking stop me? And who's gonna stop me? That's what happened with I can't remember her name, but that girl that was on that Produce Camp? Wasn't there a half Black, half Chinese girl that was on Produce Camp or something like that? And people were mad that people were only voting for her just because she was half Black. But it was like, so what? We got her back. We gotta watch each other. Because y'all wasn't gonna let her into the group, clearly, because I don't think she made it into the group. So like, who cares? Let me do what I'm gonna do. I love to see other girls from other races on Island. Me too. I'm just excited for the next Island. I'm so stoked for the next Island. Like, this is actually a show that I will probably do. Like, I will say probably because Lord knows what will happen. I may not have the time to, whatever. But That's one of those shows that I will probably do like weekly reviews for it. Like I will be here for that. I will turn into an Island season 2 channel. Just like people when Girls Planet came out and a lot of people were just posting Girls Planet videos. That's gonna be me. Okay. We got full updates all the time. Let's go. I'm all here for it. Let's go. I'm so sad she got eliminated. Low-key same. We gotta stick together, see? We gotta stick together. Because we gotta watch each other's back because who else is gonna do it? For real. Like when we just talking about how people will probably vote or not vote for this girl simply because she's black. So why is it a problem if I vote for somebody because she's black? There's people who aren't voting for her just because she's black. So let me match their energy. I love your energy, please. I gotta go out of cave for how long, but just in case the live ends before I'm back. Bye. All right, peace. Appreciate you for hanging out. I might still be here after. I don't know. I think I got a babysit tonight, and I did have another video I wanted to film, so we gonna see. I don't know what the fuck that was. Ah, it's because I eat like garbage. It is so quiet in this house. But yeah, I think after this, after the stream, I wanted to do. I should probably check out TXT's new album, but I also really want to listen to Hypen's new album. So I don't know which one I'm gonna do first. Presuming that I do it, because y'all know me. I might very well just turn on my computer and play sounds. So who knows? However, Island was my life. Island 2 will kill me. Yeah. Because I remember when I started watching the first season of Island, I was so fucking into it. And I felt like so dumb because I was like, damn, I wish I was watching this as it was happening. Like, I would have loved to have been like a part of this or whatever. So, like, I'm so stoked to get a second chance to be a part of it. I wish there wasn't stuff in my mouth. I wish boy groups to be a mentor in Island season 2. I don't think they would because of Deleuze. Yeah, it would be really nice though. Like that's the thing. That's the thing too. I just thought about that. There's gonna be a lot of people who are gonna just not like this girl group just for the simple fact that they are close to their faves. There are gonna be people who don't like the fact that there's probably gonna be an episode where BTS or TXT or even Hypen show up and just root for them or whatever. People are gonna be like, oh, people are gonna be very weird about it, and I am not looking forward to that. But Nikki Dance Mentor, yes, that's what I'm talking about. There are people who don't vote the most talented people just because they think someone's prettier. And there are people who don't vote for the most talented people just because they think other people are going to. Especially if they're like, okay, for example, let's look at season 1 of Produce, right? And Somi, who was, all-rounder, extremely talented, whatever. There were people who wouldn't vote for her just because she was talented and an all-rounder and popular and people liked her because it was like, oh, she doesn't deserve the votes. Let's vote for this person over here. And I guess I understand that. You know what I mean? But I love survival shows even though they hurt in the end. Yeah. It's like I won't say a guilty pleasure because for me, there's nothing in this world that I like that I'm embarrassed of. You know what I mean? Like I have nothing to be embarrassed. Like I've come to a point now where I don't believe in having cringy interests. I like what I fucking like, and as long as it's not physically or mentally or whatever, as long as it's not hurting people, then mind your business. So it's not like it's a guilty pleasure for me, but there's something about survival shows that like most of them can be like train wrecks, but they're just so fun to watch. They're just so much fucking fun. Like look at the mess that was Mix 9. But it was just so fun to watch at the same time. It was a fucking sinking ship. But I loved watching it. It was fun to watch. He finally gets the correct people, man. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Because you know full well there's gonna be some people that if he corrects a dance move, Nikki's a horrible person because of it, right? Oh, you didn't do this right. We gotta get Nikki out of the group. You doing too much. Just doing too much. If Hive gives us promises the only mentors in Island season 2, I would be pissed. Yeah, because I would hope that they wouldn't do that. I want to see twice as mentors on Island season 2. I would love to see Sunmi as a mentor. I would love to see Chungha as a mentor. I would love to see. I know it's possibly not gonna happen because G-Friend did just disband, but G-Friend as mentors will be lovely. Would be fantastic. I would love that. Um, possibilities are endless. Or that RM is planning to leave BTS. I don't believe that. Whatever that is, I don't believe that. There's no fucking way. Nah. I need to go check the living room right quick. Because the TV in here turned off and it's too quiet in here and it's making me nervous. Oh, God, Vivi, you scared the shit out of me. I have no idea why either. Hello, I'm back. Newest for once. Yeah, we should bring newest into it. Anyways, hey everybody, this is Vivi. She chilling. She need a haircut, just like I do. You tore up your bed, didn't you? I gotta buy you a new bed because you tore up your one. Because you like to tear stuff up. I think she mad because I've not been home lately. Because I work like a whole bunch now, so I'm not as home as much. So I think she just be tearing stuff up because she be mad. But yeah, uh, yeah. I don't know what that is, but I don't know where you heard that rumor, but I 100% do not believe it. Do not believe it. Just because uh remember the controversy. Number one, we all know how much BTS love each other, so that's number one. But remember the controversy about BTS getting ready to go to the army, and everybody was trying to figure out what they were gonna do. And everybody had come to a conclusion that like they would probably go together. And I don't know if there was anything that just definitively said that they were going to go together, but just the simple fact that that was a part of the conversation says a lot. And I don't think that there's any member of BTS that would voluntarily leave the group. I feel like they all go where each other goes. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like if we were hearing members or if we're hearing rumors about one member leaving, then it would probably be a rumor of like all of them leaving or something. I don't know. I don't know. That just don't make sense in my head. Like one goes, they all go. That's the way I think of it. At midterms last week, I had a hard time studying the weekend before because of the Giselle situation. I hope you did well on your midterms. Sorry that distracted you. It really sucks. I know that feeling though. She looked mad tired. Is your internet acting up? Is everything all right? Is my shit glitching? Oh, I haven't played Genshin in forever. I just thought about that. Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry, I burped in your face. I should ask my friend to log in for me because I've not had. I'm not only have I just not been playing, I also haven't had any time to play. It's fine now. Okay. Did it like glitch out while I was gone or something? I should have put all this stuff back. I just have a hard time believing that Giselle didn't know what she was doing. Like, there's no excuse to not know about the word. Yeah, I mean, I don't believe that she didn't know. Realistically. Honestly speaking, and I've talked about this before, I've just come to a conclusion where like it's not that I don't care, but I don't care at the same time. Uh I'm not really a big, super big Mai. I do enjoy aespa's songs, so I'm not really necessarily losing any sleep over it. It's just something that happens all the time, and I'm just kind of like, okay, moving on. Anyways, that's just how I feel about it at this point. But that's just me, you know. I'm not saying that other people can't feel really, really angered by it or whatever. I do understand everyone's frustrations and angers and everything like that. I totally get it. I'm not trying to take anybody else's experience away from them. I'm just saying that's just how I feel. Asia Man's married for 4 years now. I bet if anybody in BTS is married and has been married for a long time, I think it's Taeyong. That's just my personal theory. I'm not saying that as like a I think he is married, and I'm not saying that as a literal rumor. I'm not um speculating or anything like that. I'm saying that as a joke. I'm just saying that if anybody was gonna hide a marriage, I think it was Tay. Cause that man is good at hiding shit. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You ever hear you ever heard if you ever heard one member was leaving BTS, the whole group are most likely going to pull a GOT7. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They pull a GOT7. Just all go somewhere. Like every damn fucking week, a new BTS dating rumor appears because people are bored. We're getting to a point now with BTS's popularity and fame that like people are waiting for either BTS or Hybe or somebody to slip up because now it's been how long and we've gotten nothing, like no real like substantial rumors about them dating aside from like fan theories and stuff. So people are like waiting. You know what I mean? People are just kind of like trying to throw a guess out there, like, "Oh, are you dating this person? Are you dating this person?" Just hoping that they land on the right person. Because I feel like that's low key what hold on, my just I feel like that's what most people do with a lot of these dating rumors because a lot of them can seem out of fucking pocket when you first hear it, but then you think about it, and most of the time it's probably dispatch and people just guessing, and then sometimes they get it right. That's how I felt about Jenny and Kai when I first heard about them dating. Like Jen Kai was so wild because that seemed like such a fucking stretch, and to find out that they were actually dating, I was like, whoa. Like that was wild. She said she got carried away, so I assume she knows. Yeah, I mean, that's probably what it was. She probably was singing a song and got real excited and just kept singing it. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying that's probably what happened. I don't fucking know. Release, he just went live. Work. I saw her go up's video on the Giselle thing. I think that she has a point, but the way she executed it felt kind of off to me. I haven't seen it yet. I was gonna watch it, but I was on my way to work, so I was gonna be late, so I didn't watch it yet, and I still haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna get around to it. I love how everyone just uses the term "pull a GOT7." I know, right? Well, what's crazy about GOT7 leaving JYP is that that whole situation happened literally right as I was getting back into GOT7. So it was so fucking wild. I was sitting there like me sitting here with my fucking GOT7 albums and my fucking. I'm just like, oh, we leaving, we leaving. I just got back. BTS has been shipped with literally everyone and their grandmas and their dogs at this point because people are just waiting to try to pull something right. Like people are just trying to hoping and praying that they're gonna get it right. Let's cook thing. I still don't understand that. Jenny and Kai lasted for 2 seconds. Really? Like it was wild. I gotta go. It's 1 a.m. here. Preach for hanging out, bro. Get some sleep. Thanks for hanging out. Don't stay up too late next time. Bye. Good night. It's 7 p.m. here. uh when Bobby announced that he was married. Oh my god, big same. That was one of the biggest shocks. That felt like when I found out that Eli from You Kiss had a fucking wife and kid, but it felt worse than that because what was crazy about Eli was that that man was not actually a good person. Turns out that man is a I won't say a horrible human being, but let's just say that he was not respecting his wife like the way he should have. So that was fucking crazy. But learning that Bobby was like married with a kid was just very like, Holy shit. Like I said, man, Ish was crazy. They're doing better without that man, 100%. Like on the same way that I feel like Pledis has a problem with their girl groups, I feel like JYP has a problem with their boy groups in the sense that JYP himself cannot let people get more popular than him because he just has an issue with it. I don't fucking know what's wrong with that man. He be struggling. Just came in. Welcome, Kayla. Hello. 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 I can speak. Hi, welcome to the stream. What's up? Namjoon pulling a Chen slash Bobby will be the best thing ever. I low key, like if anybody was in BTS would do that, I would say June. I would also say Tae because Tae has talked about plenty of times how much he wants kids. So if anybody's gonna like suddenly have children, I would feel like that's Tae. Remember Chen? That was insane too. Yeah, it's just so crazy, and I love it too. Something about it is just so funny. It's just funny to me. I don't know because it's like, wow, it turns out like they have a whole different life that we nobody knew about, and it's just kind of crazy. I love that though. I love it because I love what I love about it. I guess is that I love that there are idols who aren't afraid. You know what I mean? To go out and do what they're gonna do. Do you know what I mean? Like there are idols who know that this idol shit ain't gonna last forever, and they say, I'm gonna move on with my life. And I love that for them. And I love that even if they announce it on their own accord or whatever, I just love that they have the initiative to want to do that for themselves, if that makes sense at all. Probably doesn't, but the Gossip Members have the chance to do what they want musically. I heard Mark's getting ready to come out with a new song, I think. I saw that he posted a teaser. I think it was either today or yesterday. JYP wants all the attention, yes. JYP always has to be at the star of the show, yes. By the way, there's one YouTuber who has over 100K. He's been constantly posting videos reacting to all the London that's bothering me. It happens like that. It just be like that. That's how it is. Because what the crazy thing about him is that he's funny. You know what I mean? He's a spectacle. It's the same energy as like when people make constant videos about how much they hate the Kardashians. It's like we get it, but they're spectacles. You know what I mean? People want to talk about them, so people are gonna. And I don't know. For me, I just personally, I don't care. He's not a part of my shit. Because I'm not interested in him. I don't look for videos about him, so I try my best to avoid seeing him on my homepage. Thank God JYP is too scared of Skiz to interfere with their business. He low-key is, isn't he? The man is so scared of Stray Kids. Because they don't give a fuck, low-key. They're like, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want, man. I don't give a fuck. I was in school with my friends when we found out about Chen, and we just stood there for a good few minutes, like, felt. Everyone hates Skiz. I know. It's not cool. It's like low-key not cool, but at the same time, I want to make a video on it. I don't know if I will, but I think it's just crazy. No, actually, this is what I wanted to say. I feel like, in a way, Skiz is kind of like the new BTS. And I'm not comparing them because I know people will feel a type of way about that. But what I mean is that there was a point in time where, because BTS was still on the up and coming and still on the rise, remember when everybody used to dog the shit out of armies all the fucking time? And not to, people still do dog the shit out of armies. But people used to do that all the time. People used to dog the shit out of armies and BTS up until BTS got to a certain point where they were so famous that like it started to not bother anybody anymore. I feel like a lot of armies grew over it and were just like, whatever. I feel like Skiz is now in that position where it is commonly known that people will dog on Skiz and dog on Stays all the time. And it's kind of not fair. And in a way, I understand why, because people feel a type of way about the things Skiz have done. And I'm not sitting out here to try to say that Skiz aren't problematic. We all know the things that they've done at this point. So I understand why people will feel a type of way about them from that standpoint. However, I don't know. Some people get too comfortable sending death threats to people, and that's just something I don't bang with. I just don't bang with it. Like, and it's not even just to Chen. It's like the fact that there are stays who have gotten death threats just for the simple fact of standing Stray Kids. And it's like, why is it that big of a deal? Why is that big of a why is it that big of a fucking deal? Even if you don't like, there are plenty of groups out there that I don't fucking fuck with, but do you see me going out of my way to look for their fans to send them death threats because I think that I don't like the group? It's like, who the fuck cares? People are gonna do whatever the fuck they're gonna want to do at the end of the day. Whatever. I've noticed recently that idols are starting to not give a fuck and starting to live their lives, especially BTS. I love that for them, as they should, as they fucking should. I blocked Ollie from Instagram and TikTok because I'm tired. I felt that. Are you cold? Are you like shivering? Are you alright? Are you hungry? You want to eat? Go eat. Why don't you go eat? Did you see BTS season's greetings preview photos? Nope. Haven't seen a damn thing. I have not opened Twitter in literally months. I don't know what this is and why I'm like fucking with it. You just find something you just gotta fiddle with. It's critical state at the hospital. Somebody send me some pictures on Instagram. I'll look at it. If you guys follow me on Insta. Jungkook seems to have so much confidence this year, and I love it. I love that for him. I truly do. Especially when it comes to BTS, because they've gone through so much fucking shit. Them specifically. Idols have to go through a lot of shit, of course. But BTS have gone through so much shit over the years. I love that they have come to a point now where they're just like, I don't give a fuck. And I'm going to do what the fuck I want. And y'all can suck my dick. I love that for them. I honestly think that Chan just needs to be pointed in the right direction. I know he's made mistakes, but hate is never okay. Yeah, but people need a new scapegoat. I don't know. People like to throw all their hate on one person instead of just understanding that like what people also aren't ready for. The conversation that people aren't really ready for is the fact that cultural appropriation and racism is such a multifaceted topic, and there are a lot of other things that need to be mentioned in the conversation and is not as, no pun intended, black and white as K-pop stans can make it out to be. Some K-pop stans will, I don't know. I've talked about it before and I feel like I'm always repeating myself, but like it's not as black and white as it, people make it out to be. There's a lot of gray areas and there's a lot of other things that need to be talked about. And it's not just as simple as this idol is a racist and anybody who stands them is a racist. It's not that simple. I don't know how else to explain it, and I don't know because I feel like people are gonna feel a type of way. I don't know. I'm always like inherently worried or looking forward to the one. I'm not looking forward to it because I'm gonna fucking have a heart attack. But I'm always worried about the one day that like somebody's gonna find a video or a stream that I made, and somebody's gonna either take my words out of context or not like the way that I said something, and run to Twitter, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna be like Twitter's new cancelly. You know what I mean? So I'm always like worried about that. So I'm always like extra careful, I guess, with the words that I try to say. Because again, like I do understand why people react in the way that they do, and people, especially black people, I do understand why we react the way that we do when we find out that idols do these things, because it's a direct, uh, targeted, not I won't say it's a targeted harassment, you know what I mean, but it's directly to us. It's something that we have to deal with, personally. But yeah, it's just wild. It's mostly Chen and Namjoon most of the time when it comes to stands directing their hate away from idols. Yeah, I feel like off the top of my head it's Chen and Namjoon. I also feel like it's Jenny and Lisa a lot. Jenny and Lisa get a lot of it. Hwasa also gets a lot of it. I can't think of nobody else, but yeah, Chen is used as the new Nam. Yeah, it's not but Namjoon anymore. It's but Chen. A lot of people have thrown Chan into the new, and you know what it is now? Instead of but Namjoon, it's oh, but you're a stay. You know what I mean? God forbid a stay make any statement on racism or cultural appropriation or black people in K-pop or anything like that. Because if the second that any stay has an opinion, not even just on that, but the second that any stay has an opinion on anything, it's oh, but you're a stay. You don't have an opinion. You're not allowed to have an opinion. It's crazy. It's crazy out here. There isn't a day where I don't hear the words cultural appropriation in the K-pop world. Yeah, because it's a rampant issue. But again, there's also just a thing of like people do not understand just how multifaceted the conversation of cultural appropriation truly is. Like, there's different levels to this shit, dog. It is not as simple as Twitter makes it out to be. It really isn't. So, like, I don't know. Speaking of canceling people online, I remember a YouTuber, Bristy I never know how to pronounce their name, and I feel really bad about it. I am subscribed to them though. Was canceled on Reddit, and people were really, really reaching, calling her a pick me and a Ouija apologist. That thing happens a lot, and that's another video that I wanted to make. I was gonna make today. I don't know if I will. Maybe I'll do it after the stream. But I wanted to make a video, and I wanted to talk about the term "pick me" because I feel like that term now is being used in a way to silence Black people from having an opinion that differs from anybody else's. And I do, again, it's like wild because like I understand where the sentiment comes from. And I do think that there sure needs to be a conversation made about Black people who will throw their own culture and their own selves away for the sake of protecting and supporting their faves. Sure, that is a conversation that needs to be had because there are people out there who do that. I will give them that. However, it's not really cool to call any Black person a pick me just because their opinion is a little bit different than others. You know what I mean? So like the fact that there are people who will call Black stays pick me's just because they didn't decide to immediately cancel and unstand Stray Kids after everything that happened, I feel like that's kind of fucked up because it's almost like I've said this plenty of times, and a lot of people have said this, that POC are not a monolith. Black people are not a monolith. Everyone's allowed to think the way that they want to think about any type of situation. But it's almost like whenever people are thinking the way that they want to think about a situation, it's still not cool. So it's kind of wild how people still do that. It's like, yeah, sure, everyone's allowed to think what they want to think, but if you don't think like me, then that means that you're a horrible person. That means you're a pick me. That means you don't care about your own people. And people don't understand how fucking hurtful that shit is. Like, I've never personally been called a pick me. I'm sure it'll happen eventually, but I've never been personally called a pick me. But as somebody who has been called names, like you're saying, like a Oreo and stuff like that, who has been called names and been told that they aren't Black just because they don't fit the proper mold of being Black, that shit is fucking hurtful. And nobody likes to be pushed away all the time. You know what I mean? Because especially Black K-pop fans, so we already go the fuck through it. For a lot of us who, live in a home with other Black people, being a Black K-pop fan is not fun because all your family do is make fun of you for it and try to take away your Blackness and tell you that you're not. Like, it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Reddit is a wild place. Reddit is fucking insane. Yo, we also need to stop calling other Black people with differing opinions slurs like Oreo. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, out of all of my ults, I used to use being a carrot, Monbebe, and Shawwal, and I used to have to hide being an army in a state to have my conversation without my opinions being invalidated. That is the fucking tea right there. Damn. Because it's what's crazy is that like I remember being on the internet as a young army during like 2014 and 15, you could not say shit without somebody being like, not the army trying to, you know what I mean? So it's crazy that like nowadays it stays. Like stays can't have an opinion, armies can't have an opinion. God forbid a Monbebe, not a Monbebe, but what are Mama Moo stands called? Moo God forbid a Moo have a opinion on anything. Like people don't even know what the term pick me means. Yeah, people have created a new definition for that word, and I don't like it. Excuse me. There are Black people who are forgiving Mama Moo, and I've seen them getting slurs. Yeah, and it's not cool. It's like, and then it's like I would almost understand it better if there was a situation where like there weren't apologies given. So like let's say for the Stray Kids situation, there were a few apologies that were given after their scandals. So yes, of course, people are not allowed. Like, if you don't want to accept that apology, then that's 100% on you. But you also cannot get mad at the people who did accept the apology because it's up to them. Just like it's up to you if you want to, if you didn't want to accept it. It's up to anybody else who did want to accept it and they decided that they still wanted to stand. That's their business. And you don't really get I don't and even it's still fucked up if it's other black people calling other black people names, but it's still like fucked up. It's still just fucked up. I don't know. Did you hear about V dating rumor with the rich chairman daughter? No, I have not. That's funny. No, because the amount of time I hear people say only white people and Asian people are carrots, and me being black and a huge carrot, just standing here like, man, I know that feeling. That's how people say it with stays. People say that with stays too. It's like there aren't any black stays, there aren't any black carrots. Um, there were some other groups that used to be like that too. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but it'd be like that. And it's like there's actually so many black carrots, so many people look over us uh overlook us all the time. Most of my moods on Twitter are black and philo carrots. Yeah. And that's what's crazy because most of my mutuals when I was on Twitter, like most of my mutuals are black stays or black seasonies. Like I followed a lot of black people. So it's always crazy how people love to minimize the amount of black people within a fandom as well, especially if there's a controversy involving it. Like again, to bring it back to Stray Kids, whenever Stray Kids has an issue, people like to minimize just how many black people who are stays, and then they also like to minimize just how hurt stays were. Those black stays are, or those people of color, those POC stays, or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's still not. That's also not cool. It's like, oops, my bad, baby. It's like people be so upset and so frustrated about the situation, and in a way, I do understand it, of course, but like y'all don't think we don't be sad too? Like y'all don't think we are also hurt by the situation? Like, I don't know. No, really, I'm gonna stay in the carrot. I'm struggling. I feel you. I fucking feel you. I'm an Arab and a 17, and 17 are one of my ults. I've been listening to them, and most of my ults, except for Shiny since debut. I'm sorry, I can't read. I'm a Desi carrot. Uh, I've talked about, have you ever had nosebleed seats? I'm going to PTD on stage with no nosebleeds. I'm wondering if I should get binoculars or something. I don't know what the stadium's going to be in or where that's going to be, but I have had nosebleed seats. I've had seats that were pretty far back at concerts. I've had nosebleed seats to wrestling shows too. I guarantee you it won't be that bad. Depending on the place, depending on the place that you're going to be in, it won't be that bad. Like, and at the very least, as long as you have like a phone with good zoom, you'll be good, Or because it's not even just that, because they also have those big TVs and stuff that like record it and stuff, so you can also watch through that. You'll be all right. You won't need binoculars. I'm sure you won't. I'm also a Desi stay, and other Desi stays told me that they've been getting cussed out online just because Skiz sung the Curry song. And it's crazy how like whenever an idol does something problematic towards a group of minorities or whatever, instead it almost feels like instead of holding that group accountable, or rather taking, I don't know, I don't want to say take that anger out on the group, but it's also just crazy how people will take their anger out on the minority fans. Like you just said, like there are people who will take out their anger at Skiz singing the Curry song on Desi Stays, as if it's Desi Stays' fault that it happened, as if Desi Stays aren't also hurt by it happening. Go ahead, BB. Also, a lot of people were using the fact that 3 season stands NCT just to spread lights better. Oh my God, that's another thing. God forbid oh man, NCT stands can't do shit either. It's armies that stays the seasonies. They can't do shit. Can't do a damn thing. Where you go? Oh, are you hungry? You should go eat. Go eat, BB. Go eat. Okay, then don't. Weirdo. As fans, we're so hurt, but even people of the same race who anti that group come after us. I know, and it's so fucked up. It's just like it just doubles the pain, because not only I felt like that with the Enhypen situation, because not only are you already devastated that like this group that you like so much just did this thing, you know what I mean, or in a Hypen situation possibly this thing or whatever. Not only are you already devastated about that, you've got other people who are also black who are coming to you and telling you that you're a piece of shit just because you're still standing. it's like, what am I supposed to do? Just disappear off the face of the earth. Got it. Like, what am I supposed to do? It's not like it's my fault that they did it. Like, fuck. What you looking for? Baby, where's your toys? Where's your toy? You keep doing your stretch. She's so weird. My mom will make me question my sexuality, but I don't even tell people that I listen to them because they would hate me more. Yeah, Loki. I still got Mamamoo songs on my phone. I haven't listened to a lot of their new stuff. I think the last newer song that I heard was Go Go Bebe. Uh, but I still have some of their old songs on my phone because I did really like Mamamoo. I did really like their songs. I was a big stan. Like I remember when I remember seeing them during KCON 2016. Um, I fucks with them heavy. So that whole situation kind of sucked. But I'm an Arab, Muslim, Sizani, and when NCT Make a Wish, I experienced what Black stans felt like on having to experience Islamophobia. Is I hear you, and invalidating my opinion of my culture that they appropriated. Yeah, God, I can only imagine how fucking awful that was for you. I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. Like, fuck, that whole situation sucked. It really, really did. It was so bad. Like, that was probably one of the many situations that made me want to just give up Twitter completely. Because being on Twitter during that era, during Make a Wish era as a seasoning, it wasn't for the weak, I'll tell you that. Girl, I wish one day all cultures, Black, Asian, and Indian can go on and to reunite and start things over and stop racism and bring freedom to things and block away racism. I'm sorry, I don't know why I could not read that, but yeah, big same. It's tiring at this point. It's 2021. We can do better. we as a people can do way better. I got to sneeze. Excuse me. I opened Instagram for a second. I apologize. I was looking through Meg the Stallion's Instagram story because I'm gay. Let me see what y'all talking about. I even remember Mama Moo dropping the teaser for Aya, and a lot of non-South Asians were getting offended for us, and we had to jump under the teaser defending them. That happens a lot lately. It's a lot of people jumping the gun and trying to claim something problematic when it probably wasn't that problematic at all. Like, and I don't want to bring this up because I could be wrong, but saying that I didn't see the pink fantasy tweet, like I didn't see the picture itself because it got deleted, but people were calling that blackface, and to my knowledge, I could be wrong, but it looked like they just had the mask on. I think they were doing a Squid Game thing. It looked like they just had a black mask on, and people were like, "Oh, it's blackface," and then they ended up deleting the tweet anyway, so I guess it's fine. But you know what I mean? Whenever skids do something wrong as a black state, I do get upset, and I do want them to learn from it. But I just end up being but just being a black state, we get invalidated. I'm sorry, I can't read, but yes, 100 fucking %. People misunderstand it so much because it's like I've had people ask me as a person who was black and still a stay, why do you still stand? What's the point? Your faves did this, and this. It's the same energy that I get whenever, like, there was a point in time whenever I would make a video about BTS, and especially whenever I make a video talking about BTS and their past controversies, people would just send me videos of like a list of BTS's past controversies as if I don't know what happened. Vivi wants to go outside, I guess, because she keeps standing here looking at me as if I really don't know what happened. And it's like you're just invalidating. That's all you're doing is invalidating. You're not listening to me. You're just throwing this up in my face as if I don't know. Hey, watching anime lady? I'm just finishing Hunter x Hunter. I haven't watched anything recently, but the last anime I was watching was Hunter x Hunter. I have not finished it yet because I scaled. I got to finish the Chimera arc. I got to do that. I just also want kids to do better, Sam. I hate when white people accept the apology. That's another problem. That's another fucking problem. The Pink Fantasy member actually painted her face black. Did she? Oh, I didn't get to see the picture because Vanny, you did. You posted it in the Discord and I went to click on it and it was deleted. So I didn't really get to look at it for real. If they deleted the post, I don't know if they posted an apology, but I guess everything's fine. I don't know. Everything's fine on that front that there was an apology posted. If it was blackface, I don't know because I didn't see it. I didn't really get to see it, but I won't speak from my own personal opinion. It's hard to tell. Everyone said it was paint. When I first looked at it, I thought it was just a mask. Reese's and he said it's not blackface. Okay. Hmm. It's another one of those situations because now it's coming to a point now where sometimes things will happen, and for the most part, it ends up being very ambiguous because a lot of people um don't know. It just ends up being ambiguous. That's how you. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I mispronounced your name. Please tell me how to pronounce it, and I will do better next time. I'm sorry. My nose is stopped up for some reason. Vivi, what you doing? Why you always look like you up to something? Don't wake me. They deleted the dance practice video too, so you can only see the reposted pictures from Twitter. Damn. Well, huh. Well, that fucking sucks. Did they post an apology though, or did they just delete the stuff? Because that's what BBC does. I noticed because Luna's had their fair share of controversies, and I noticed that BBC won't address them. They will just delete stuff. Like there is some stuff out there of reposts, and but they'll just delete stuff. They just won't ever say anything. I don't know why I did that. Why is my nose so stopped up? Mm. Did you like the Megan BTS collab? I did. I'm always so happy when BTS does collabs with black women. I'm always so stoked. I'm waiting on the BTS Normani collab. That's my next one. I'm stoked. You know what would be a reach? You know what I would love? I would love for Jungkook and Pink Panthers to do a song together. That would be lovely. They haven't made an apology yet from what I see. Got it. Maybe. Hold on, let me go see what she's doing. You want a treat? You want a treat? You want a treat? Sit. Sit. You need sit. I can open the bag. Sit. Sit. Phoebe, sit. There you go. I found her. Did you see the video of BTS meeting Megan? I did. I did see it. What reminded me to watch it, I looked it up because I was watching Megan's interview on Hot Ones. And I was like, oh yeah. Oh my god, I'm fucking hungry. Ugh. Thing is that I'm hungry and I want to take out some chicken, but by the time it unthaws, it's gonna be really late and I'm not gonna want to cook it. So fuck that. Just gonna ask my dad to bring me home some food, perhaps. I'm gonna have to bleach my hair again, cause fucking look at my roots. God damn it. I'm really like stretching my body in a very weird way. Your nose might be stopped up because of dry air. That's probably what it is. It's fucking cold in my room. It's starting to get cold outside, which means that it's cold in my room because the insulation in my room is terrible. Anyone stands try to convince you to hate a group and that they have offended your culture just to validate they hurt their hate for a group. Uh, that's tea. That's fucking tea. Like it almost always, and I've said this before. It feels like there are a lot of groups out there that there are people who don't like that group and they will only perpetuate the things that they have done just because they don't like that group, not because they're standing up for that race. Do you know what I mean? Again, I feel bad, but again, to bring it back to stay or stray kids, there are a lot of people who just don't like stray kids and they will speak on stray kids as if they're standing up for black stays or, Desi stays or what have you, but they don't really care that much about it. They just don't like stray kids. And that's also the energy that I got from was it the Hypen situation that I'm thinking of? Or maybe it was a different situation. Actually, I won't bring no, let me see. I'm trying to think. Maybe it wasn't hyping. I don't know. But there was another situation where there was people who were making tweets and videos and stuff like that on the situation and on and high or on a group or something like that under the guise of standing up. Maybe I was thinking about BTS. I don't know, but they did something under the guise of standing up for this minority group, but they just didn't like the group anyway. So they were just saying the stuff that they wanted to say. Uh I lost my momentum towards the end of that. My bad. BB, where'd you go? BB. Oh, there you are. What was you doing? What's up? What's up? Ah, you still chewing? What you doing? Would you jump up to jump back down? You going back? No, you just are you going back down? Make a decision. All right, there you go. There's this one cloud chaser on YouTube who's been making videos hating on Everglow Up and Breezy Zenny. I had a person who was making videos on me. I just didn't say anything about it. And then they deleted the videos on their own. They'll probably make another one. I don't know. At some point, somebody's gonna make some videos. But if they do, then I guess that's fine. Nothing you can do about it. I'll probably cry about it because I'm a big ass crybaby. They think they're standing up for us, but I don't think they are. I don't think that telling someone is gonna die to help them is gonna help them learn. That's the thing. It's like I don't know. Maybe that's just me. That I like I said in that one video that I made. Maybe it's just me, and maybe it's just the way that I was raised. But telling someone to die doesn't really fix it. Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't teach anybody anything. It doesn't learn nothing. It's just kind of a really shitty thing to do. Just for me though. I don't know. Oh well. On one side of 17 ants, I try to convince that they're racist and that Vernon talks a black accent, so he and 17 are racist. Yeah, that's another thing too. People are taking smaller issues and blowing them up into bigger things. And again, that goes back to what I was saying about the conversation about racism is much more complex than people think. Like, and there is a conversation that could be had about idols who talk in a black accent. But does that make them racist? I don't know. I don't know. That's just for me. That's just for me. If somebody else thinks that, People are gonna do what they want to do. But for me, I don't really consider that racism. Vernon using a black scent. I personally never heard a black scent from him necessarily. I could see where they would get it from. People say Mark speaks with a black scent, but Mark from NCT. I don't know about that. Maybe I'm just not hearing it. Who knows? Maybe somebody hearing something that I don't hear. I don't know. Because for me, when I hear a black scent, it sounds unnatural. I guess that's the thing, right? Because if somebody is speaking in a black scent, most of the time it's in an unnatural type of way. And that's usually when we want to call somebody out on it. So like, I don't know. I don't want to give you an example because somebody gonna get mad. But there are situations where some people do speak in black sense and they do it in a way to try to either look cool or act cool or whatever. But in terms of Vernon or even Mark from NCT, I don't it may or may not be black scent. I don't personally consider it black scent. I just think that they're talking the way that they talk. And that's just the way that they talk. I don't know where they could have picked that up from. Maybe perhaps people think Vernon will talk like a good, clean white boy. Maybe the same for Mark. I don't fucking know. But that's just the way they talk, and it sounds natural to them. So I'm not tripping off of it personally, I guess. I don't know. People randomly accusing stray kids of having black sense. That's a reach. That's definitely a reach. When most when most of the members of Stray, not most, half of the foreign members of Stray Kids are Australian. Like, what black? Are we talking about Han or who's speaking in a black accent? Because I'm trying to think of like when I've heard the members speak English. Not one of them motherfuckers speaking a black accent to me. So, you know, that's just me. Whatever. 17 just kind of minds their business, in my opinion. They never really get involved in things. They have done a couple of things. There have been a couple of problems that they've had, but for the most part, yeah. It seems like they just mind their business, which is good for them, as they should. I don't think Lisa is racist. Has she done problematic things? Yes, but I don't think that she's automatically racist. Yeah, I can feel that as well. Like, I think that there's tons of idols who have done very problematic things, and I don't fuck with that, but I wouldn't call them racist. There, there are things that people have to do in my head, like for me and my own personal, I guess, standards or whatever. There are certain things that people do in order to be called racist to me. You would have to be doing a lot in order to be called racist. Straight up racist. There's a difference between problematic, misguided, and racist. There's differences, I guess. How can I have German, half American, half Korean talking a black accent? I don't get it. I don't know. I won't put it past him. He learned it from somewhere, I guess. Maybe. Good, clean white boy. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't hear it. Mark and Johnny were teaching Chinla to speak in black accent because Chinla was going to meet Stephen Curry. When the fuck was... Where was I when that was happening? Mark also uses a black accent while rapping. I've seen black people talk about that. That's a problem, and I do feel that. I feel like that's also just a problem within K-pop because when people who aren't rappers start rapping, they more or less emulate what they see from other rappers. So like if they're listening to a lot of black rappers, they're just emulating what they hear. So then they pick that up. So maybe that's what they mean by Vernon, because I can definitely understand why, or rather, I can definitely hear possibly a black scent from Vernon when he raps. But I also, I don't know. I don't know. You keep coming back and forth. You're making me nervous, bro. What's up? What's up, Beebs? If I take you outside, I gotta put your sweater on. Cause it's cold. I've seen that clip of Stephen Curry. I haven't. So, mayhaps I'm wrong about Mark. I haven't seen that. That's fucked up. Let's talk about Jessie. She scares me. She wild. She funny as shit to me though. Like, I don't know. Some about her is she be wilding. I don't think it's just a K-pop thing like Jack Harlow. Of course, it's not just a K-pop thing. I think non-black people who rap will emulate what other rappers do, hence start speaking in a black accent. But I almost would say, or rather, I would offer a question: is that how else would people rap then? Because I'm trying to think about it, and I'm trying to think of other non-black rappers, and I'm trying to think of like how they go about it. And I guess when you think of like Eminem, he doesn't really necessarily rap with a black accent, so I guess you couldn't really use him in this particular example. But Jack Harlow is a thing. Of course, I don't know. That's wild. It's a very interesting conversation that could be had. I get it. I get it if they hear it when Vernon raps, but when he speaks English, I don't hear it at all personally. I can feel that. Jenny, I feel doesn't rap in a black accent. Let me think. Yeah, I don't think. I gotta think about that. I don't think she does. Like, I feel like I'm feeling you on that. I don't think Jenny raps with a black accent. I think Lisa Loki do. Jessie is obviously blackfishing. Of course she is. Of course she is. She pulling the Ariana Grande. That girl getting darker and darker every time I see her. But I don't know. Something about her funny. She's still funny to me. She be wildin'. What you looking at? Why don't you go and sniff your food and then not eat it? Are you gonna go eat? Are you eating? Okay, then don't look at me then. What you looking at? Damn. I've been live for almost 3 hours, bro. Big yawn. Excuse me. When Jesse Tanch gets darker than me and I'm black. Fuck. I will say this. Jessie do be wildin'. She an entertaining ass interviewer though. Her little interview show be funny as fuck. I will give her that. I will give her that. I finally made it live without work. Poggers, welcome. I thought Jessie was naturally darker. She is tanner than most Koreans, but I don't know. Mayhaps I might be wrong, but she definitely has gotten darker. Like she's definitely kind of pulling an Ariana Grande. Like it seems like she be getting darker and darker. Do you have anything to do for Halloween this weekend? Nah, I was fucking asleep. I was just trying to rest. Spent all weekend playing Sims and resting. I gotta do laundry because we getting back to work. I hate capitalism. That's my answer to everything. I fucking hate capitalism because I just don't. I gotta do all this stuff. I gotta do all this stuff, and for what? What? It's just a rat race to hell. Um, I've heard a rapper say that the raps sound good from the placement of their voice when rapping, not the accent that they use. Yeah, let me think about that. Yeah, I can hear that. I'm trying to think of other rappers, like other Korean rappers, and I'm trying to like analyze in my head if black scent is used and in what way, if it's used, how they use it, and if that affects the way that they rap. That's something that I need to think about, I guess, in general. My ultimate dream is to be a trophy wife. Oh my god, you are speaking, fucking preaching to the fucking choir. I do what I gotta do because you do what you gotta do. But I'm not trying to work forever, okay? I will marry rich. God damn it. That's what the fuck I'm doing. Fuck that. I'm not working fucking forever. I hate it here. When people say I'm not racist, I have black friends. I'm sorry. What? Same energy as people who say, oh, I'm not homophobic. I have gay friends. Be wildin'. Does Youngie or Hobie use a black accent when rapping? Let me think about that. I don't think Hobie does. Off the top of my head, I don't think Yoongi does either. Um, I don't think Hobie does, but Hobie's rap is influenced by like 90s rap. And you can hear that in his raps. And to me, when I think of like 90s raps, I of course think of black people. I mean, when I think of rap, I think about black people in general. But Hobie's rap is more influenced by like 90s kind of like retro rap. Um, so I hear that for him. I don't necessarily think he raps in a black accent. I don't think Yoongi does. Um, I think June kind of does, but I don't necessarily see it as a problematic thing necessarily. Maybe just because I like June. I don't know. And maybe it doesn't bother me, I guess, but June kind of does. He definitely kind of does. Like he's got like a flashback to when BTS first debuted and he would speak English and I'm saying this as a joke, but man, he sounded like a nigga. I remember I remember when I first got into BTS when they first debuted and that man had his fro on and I thought that man was half black or something. I'm like that man had to be a nigga, bro. That's crazy to me. Anyways, moving on. Um Jessie loves the tanning bed. I don't know why she doesn't use spray on tan. It ages your skin. People gonna do what they want to do, you. I guess she doesn't really care that much if she's gotten plastic surgery. Um, but good for her, I suppose. Where's my phone? I have a question. I have a question for Google. I think June's comes from his habit of picking up the same type of accent and tone from a language he's speaking sometimes. Yes, that's what I was thinking as well. Um, hold on. Okay, I was just because BB was chasing her tail, so I was looking up why do dogs chase their tails because I was curious. BB, what you doing? But yeah, I definitely hear that for him for June. Because he does do that. He do be speaking in a British accent in British interviews. uh, June is funny. June's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. I watched the video today of BTS covering Shinhwa and NJ saying the N word. Boy, listen, listen to me. It's not funny, but it makes me laugh because it was just so fucking absurd. The fact that, and I'm not taking away, it is fucked up that BTS would say it, but the fact that that's a lyric in the actual song is insane to me. Like, what was Shinhwa doing? You niggas better know. Like, why is that there? Why is that in the song? Period. That is too funny. It's so weird. And what's fucked up is that Twinkling of Paradise is like low-key a catchy ass song, and I actually kind of liked it. I liked it at one point. It was that like I was saying that I don't really have guilty pleasures, but liking Twinkling of Paradise was probably a guilty pleasure of mine because I actually did like that song, but I was just so fucking confused as to why. Oh my god, it's so stupid. Oh god, my face hurts. Oh, it's so stupid. It was so stupid. That whole situation just made me like, yes, of course it was problematic, but it just made me laugh because it was just so absurd. To me, I've come to a point now where most of the time, when I hear people say the N word, of course, depending on the situations or whatever, um, it just makes me laugh. I just laugh so fucking hard because almost all the time when people say it, of course, their mouths not built to say it, so they sound weird, they look awkward, and it comes out their mouth wrong, and it's just funny. It's so funny. Oh my god, do one of my moods on Twitter pointed out that Sean actually has the N-word in so many of their songs. That's so weird. Like, what is the funny point that out? I just have to laugh thinking about past BTS things. I know I should be mad because I'm black, but sometimes it's so funny I can't help it. I'm sorry. No real shit. Real shit. when I think back on some of the stuff BTS is like when I think back about Namjoon and this fucking little fro, it makes me laugh. I know he's uncomfortable with it, and I fucks with that. Like, I appreciate the fact that he's uncomfortable with it because he knows that it's wrong. Cool. It still makes me laugh. It's still funny too because it's absolutely fucking absurd. It is so absurd that he truly debuted like that. It's just funny to me. Remember when BTS debuted and for the first, I don't even know how long of BTS's career, we literally couldn't see Namjoon's eyes because he always had sunglasses on. Like that was his shtick. His shtick was that he spoke English and he always had sunglasses on. That was his thing. Oh God. It's not okay, but it's so funny. Yeah, same. It's not okay, but it's so fucking funny. I think some dogs don't know that that's their tail, so it's like something following them around. Yeah, she is still a thug. She's not a puppy, but she's still kind of a puppy. So I figured that that's probably why. Whenever she gets super excited, that's what she does. First and second gen K-pop were a wild time, a wild ass time, wild ass time. I have a video that I want to work on, because I always find it interesting how people talk about how easy it was to be a K-pop fan during even third gen, you could say, but mostly like second gen. People talk about like, oh, it's harder now. Da, da, da. People forget second gen stands had it rough, rough. And I know, speaking from personal experience, I wasn't there the entire time, but girl, mess, big ass mess. I just remember the mess. Songs are funny. I don't know. Hosting your laugh makes me happy. Yay! Especially because most of the stuff that BTS did haven't been repeated. I still have mixed feeling about Namjoon's apology. I thought RM still says the N-word. Does he? When has he been saying it? Is there something I've been missing? Cause yeah, mixed feelings about his apology. I do understand that. Um, I've heard people say that they have mixed feelings about his apology because allegedly he never actually said sorry, but just said that his works might offend people. I know that people have issues with the apology because a lot of people take issue with the fact that like Namjoon gave an apology, but the rest of the members of BTS did not give an apology, so they don't really like to try to count that. Like, and that seems to be the issue with a lot of like idol groups who do things like if one member of the group makes an apology on behalf of all of the members, people will go, oh, well, the rest of the members didn't apologize, so I don't really accept that, which is, their own prerogative. But I think, especially in Namjoon's case, or even in Chan's case for Stray Kids or whatever, and you guys know that like in Korean culture, especially in Korean music culture, being the leader of the group means that you speak for everybody. So I think in their minds, in like Namjoon's mind or Chan's mind, or just in their minds, when the leader says, I apologize, or when the leader makes a statement on something, it is presumed that the leader is speaking on everybody. But most people would rather there be an apology from all of the members instead of just the one, which is understandable. Totally understandable. Like, I do not blame them at all for that. Honestly, I'm more of an action type person, so as long as their actions show change, I can forgive depending on how severe. Yeah, same. Not because I can't mess with so many second gen boy groups because of that. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. We was fighting for our fucking lives back then. Fighting for our fucking lives, I tell you. I'm just having flashbacks about like all the shit Big Bang has done. Just them. Damn. That nigga was wildin'. I'm just thinking about GD. That man was wildin'. That man used to put on blackface. He was like parading black children in his videos and shit. That shit was wild. Anyway. It was wild out here. I should put this stuff up. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my skincare stuff up. Oh, this squeaky ass chair. I think I gotta babysit tonight. That's the problem. I gotta think like if I'm gonna make food, I gotta think about like if I'm gonna eat it for everybody. Or to make something for everybody. Especially since RM and Chan are also valid in the creative process of the group, yeah. Not because SJ was the group that got me into K-pop and Shinlong's ass just had two guys. It's not funny, but fuck. I feel you though. I used to be a big ass fan of Super Junior back in the day. I used to be a huge ass elf. And god damn, what was wrong with him? What the fuck was wrong with SJ in general? What the fuck was wrong with them? Is because they're still doing it. What the fuck is? I remember seeing a video of you up for Oh My Girl skipping over the N word, and I'm just like, if culturally insensitive people and ignorant groups like them can skip over, then so can other idols. Yeah, some people I just guess they don't think about it. I almost would argue that some idols also don't care or don't think about it because they probably figure that their fans will stick up for them in the same way that we like to say do not coddle your idols because then they won't hold any responsibility. It's the same thing, and I think people really do not think enough about that, about the fact that there are probably idols who will say something or do something problematic and go, it's probably fine, my fans will stick up for me, I probably won't have to hold any accountability, it's cool. You know what I mean? G-Dragon fans scare me and G-Dragon in general. Oh, that boy be wildin'. Funny as fuck though. He funny as hell to me. I don't know if he also kind of like a Jesse is one of those people that's like clearly problematic, yeah, but I don't know, he's just funny. He's just so fucking funny. Hey, I'm back. What's been going on? Not much. We just been chilling, hanging, vibing, you know. Oh well, Big Bang. The fact that people still see them as gods makes me cry. What? I don't know. I mean, this is my thing. Just to speak. Like, I mean, like I get it, cause like as problematic as Big Bang are, a lot of people have a lot of close emotions to their music, and can't blame them for that. People are gonna feel the type of way that they feel, especially people who grew up on um um Big Bang and stuff like that. I lost my train of thought missing this. Especially those people who grew up on Big Bang or whatever and, cherish and love their music so much. I can't hold them for that. I understand it. Fuck. I'm an XOL too, but half the thing EXO done is a mess. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now, because Giselle's apology unleashed some thoughts about SM blocking the artist apologies. Because, like, now what's this? Very good point. I was thinking about that when I read Giselle's apology because I was sitting there and I was thinking about I was like, okay, so what happened to Henry then? What happened to Chenla? What happened to Joy? What happened to like there's like very like I mean Irene got to make an apology. We didn't get real I don't know if we got an apology from Wendy. Um there are just a lot of things that have happened underneath SM. And it makes me wonder, wow, why are we picking and choosing who gets to apologize and who doesn't? Because that's not cool. Apparently Block B is problematic too. I don't but I don't know anything about them really. I think I've heard stuff about Zico being problematic, but I don't really know him that much. I knew a couple of things about Block B. I never really stand, but I knew some of their music, of course, back in the day. But I can't really speak on them because I don't really stand. So I think the reason why NJ's apology is iffy because of how super vague it was and he didn't really address everything explicitly. Yeah, that too. That too. I won't say it felt like a non-apology, but it kind of did. And y'all know how much I love BTS. Y'all know how much I love Namjoon. Um, but I don't know. I feel like it. I feel like you meant well. I don't know. Maybe I'm just assuming. Again, because I love BTS and I do love Namjoon. I want the best. I wish the best. And I wish they would. Like I'm hoping that they mean what they say when they do stuff. You know what I mean? So like I don't know. Not because the comments to Chanyeol and Baekhyun said to. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. That it is wild to think about the shit that Kai went through in EXO. And that's one of the many reasons why I feel like I do not want to see a black person enter SM Entertainment's fucking doors. Because just in seeing that makes me wonder, damn, how much shit do some of these Tanner idols under SM get behind closed doors? If y'all was willing to do that on camera. Crazy. Some of these idols don't care. Oh yeah, some of them do not. I had to leave, but I'm back now. What did I miss? Not much. We just having conversations about like cultural appropriation and apologies and stuff. Just vibing. I already got to apologize because bullying is serious in Korea and it affects their Korean audience, but the international fans didn't care as much. They only care about the Korean audiences. That's 100% T. And I also think it depends on the group as well. I feel like aespa is the group that is targeted towards an international audience. So Giselle saying something was important in the growth of aespa because I don't think that aespa is meant to. I mean, they're gonna be popular in Korea. They may or may not be. I don't know, but I really do think that aespa is meant to be a international group. And I also think that's the same possible reason why we got an apology from Stray Kids, but we really didn't get that many apologies from other JYP groups whenever other situations would happen. I think because Stray Kids is a group that is meant to target the international fan base, it was important that they would say something. That's my theory anyway. Hey Zico, he wants to be black so bad, and he said the N-word, the F slur, and wore Confederate flag on the same video. God damn. That man was hitting the checklist. What the fuck? I feel iffy about SM not allowing Aldous to apologize. I know that Jungin apologized, but Henry Lau also apologized a while ago, but his apology got deleted from his Instagram. I remember hearing that Chunla had apologized, I think, for his cornrows during, what was that, Boom era, I believe? And he apologized on Weibo, and they deleted it. And then he tried to post it again. I don't know if that's true or not, actually. I think those are like rumors, but also was called Play. I do remember that era. You good, girl? I do remember that time. It's crazy. I think June means well, but I understand why people still feel iffy. 100%, yeah. Only thing with Skiz's recent apologies, with the whole Chan This Is America things, they tend to be very vague with their apologies. I don't know that he apologized for This Is America. But yeah, they do tend to be very vague. The only apology, I'm cutting my toenails, I'm sorry. The only apology from Skiz that I can think of off the top of my head that wasn't very vague, and I will give him, some respect for, is Hans. Hans' apology was very quick and concise and on point. And to me, it seemed like he genuinely meant that. Like, he genuinely was devastated that it came back up and was really like disappointed in himself and wanted to make sure that everybody knew that, like, he wasn't that person. So I will give Han that. I think he was very on point with that. It's so people went stupid. That's literally what I was gonna say. It's so stupid when people try to search for unproblematic groups. It's literally impossible. That's T. That's the other thing. Like, that's the way I'm at. That's where I'm at this point. I will still hold my faves accountable and whatever, but I'm also come to a conclusion where, like, there is no unproblematic group out there. If I have ults who have done very problematic things and I'm still standing, then there's no real reason for me to be blocking others off, if that makes sense at all. I don't know, because I will run I said this before, like, you'll run yourself ragged trying to look for unproblematic groups, like completely and totally unproblematic groups. At the very most, you will find members in a group who aren't as problematic as the rest. Like, I've seen people talk about how Sogi isn't as problematic as the other members of Red Velvet. But, probably a bad time for me to be cutting my toenails, but Ugh. Oh yeah, I genuinely forgave Han, but I said Han. Genuinely forgave Han, but stays during that time just a fucking mess. Absolutely, just a fucking mess. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. Sometimes things happen, and Man, you know how I don't know. When the Han situation happened, I think I saw it first on TikTok. So I knew full well, I was like, I'm not opening Twitter. I am not opening Twitter because it is going to be a mess. A absolute fucking mess. And I'm not dealing with it. Shan did apologize for this in America. Okay. I didn't know that yet. I'm gonna look it up in a minute. Nobody's unproblematic. Yep. Especially in this K-pop world. None of these idols are unproblematic. People may do things in the past and it may come back up to light and people will apologize for it, and that's all well and good. But there is nobody out here that is completely and totally unproblematic. Trying to apologize. It's just that he never. Oh, let me. I agree with what you said about Han. It seemed very genuine. Yeah. Chan apologized. It's just that he never actually talked about what he actually did, which made it very vague. But I think they mean well and they are learning. Okay. Stays being a mess since 2019. Yep. when they do stand an unproblematic group, they result in fucking up anyway. Yeah, because it's fucking. It's like it's gonna happen. Low key. Like it's gonna happen. And I don't want to stand here. I'm not like rooting for the downfall of anybody, but again, like with the aespa situation or whatever, it's like if it happens, am I surprised? No. No, not at all. I feel like Chan just rushed his apology, but Jisung already knew that he was wrong for that several years, so even before it blew up, so he had years to reflect. Yeah, I remember hearing that there might have been like a video or something out there, but I remember hearing something along the lines that Jisung knew about that video and he was already very, very apologetic about it and very, very like, sincere and genuine. Like he already hated it. You know what I mean? Like he already hated that. So that made sense that like his apology came so quickly and it seemed so sincere because it seemed like he already was like, fuck. I'm barely on Twitter, so thankfully all I saw today was about BTS's season's greetings. I've not opened Twitter. Let me actually here. I'm gonna open Twitter for the first time in forever with you guys, and I'm gonna check and see what was my last tweet. When was my last tweet? Because I'm curious. I'd only ever get like Twitter notifications from like people I have Twit notice on for. So like I have notice on for BTS and TXT and Hypen and Red Velvet and I think twice. And like that's it, I think. So I retweeted a bunch of shit on the 27th of August. I want to know what my last tweet was. Because I reblog. I've been on Tumblr too much. I retweet a lot of shit. My last tweet was on August 25th. And my last tweet was involving I quoted a tweet from Panchoa about when Lino got embroiled in some rumors of using BTS during pre-debut play days to pick up girls. And my tweet was, I wonder if Lick's sitting there like, damn, again? I was clearly just joking. That was funny. I'm funny sometimes. But that was my last tweet, August 25th. I was expecting Nicki to dress up like Michael Jackson. What did he dress up as? Oh, didn't they do a Ghostbusters thing? I saw them post a video. I haven't watched the video yet because I hadn't heard the album yet because I'm fake. You having fun? I got a big ass pile of clothes sitting by my door or by my closet, and Vivi's just embroiled herself in it. She's just all the way in it. Nothing. He's dressed up as nothing. Lovely. That Lino BTS thing lasted for a day. I don't even know if he truly did it, but I'm gonna be real with you. And I understand if other people feel a type of way about it, especially in the wake of like the whole Lucas situation. I wouldn't have canceled him for that. I will say this. For me and my own personal experience, I wouldn't have canceled him for that. Because if he didn't actually, and let me be fully explicit here, if he got no pussy from it, then it doesn't matter. Like if he was just talking shit, trying to pick up a girl and it didn't work, he tried and he failed, basically. You know what I mean? If he was getting pussy from it, then I can understand how that would be a problem, I guess. But I don't care. I mean, that doesn't bother me personally. Unless there's something else that we don't know about. Again, in the wake of the whole thing, I understand the worry and the concern. I'm gonna light this candle, but wild. Am I gonna get in trouble for lighting a candle on stream? Is that against YouTube TOS or something? That was a gross one. Only follow Bigot, Hive, JYP, and SM on Twitter, but I never read the comments that saying to be safe and maintain my sanity. Yes, good on you. That's what I low-key what I do. Like, I have notifs on for like my favorite groups or whatever. So like every so often if something interests me, I'm gonna click on it and like see. I'm not reading comments on nothing. I do not check my timeline anymore. I'm over that. I'm just fully over it. I only have notifications on for 17 BTS and Luna. I have notifications on for Luna as well. Is Lucas still in NCT? I have no idea. I don't know if he got kicked out. I know he posted an apology. I remember hearing about that. I think I was talking to somebody about it. Who the fuck was I talking to? Was I talking to y'all about it or was I talking to a friend about it? Maybe I was talking to y'all. I don't remember. Oh, I was thinking of it in a I'm a BTS backup dance. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. I don't know that I don't think he got any like play from it. I thought he was just being like, "Oh, you know, I'm a backup dance for BTS. You want to whatever." And it didn't work. And if it didn't work, who cares? Like like he's just because he was young. So okay, it's just a kid trying to find a new way to get some pussy. I shouldn't say that. I should say kid trying to like that's fucked up. Let me rephrase that. I don't mean like a literal kid, but you know, guys be trying to flirt or whatever, find new ways to flirt is what I was trying to say. That was wrong of me to say. Reword that. Word that better. I will look up Lucas right fast and see. Would Lucas be the first member of NCT to actually leave the group? I doubt it. We shall see. You hear my nose? They never said he was out, so I'm assuming he's just on hiatus. Let's see if I can see anything. Um, on August 25th, Lucas was scheduled to release the song Jalapeno along with Henry. However, following the controversy involving his past relationships, SM and Label V announced that the release as well as promotions have been postponed. Lucas has also announced that he's temporarily halted his activities with Wavy. So ever since August 25th of 2021, he has been on hiatus, and it is currently October, about to be November, basically. I heard about him getting removed from stuff, but in classic SM fashion, they aren't saying much. Yeah, which is stupid because the whole situation is overdone with from what I saw. I'm still low key unsure fully about what happened. I think I talked about it with somebody, and I am unsure about whether or not he was just being a bad boyfriend or if he was genuinely like giving other people STDs, because that's what was confusing, because people were talking about him as if he was literally giving other people STDs and like being a fuckboy and shit. And if that's the case, that's fucked up. But I don't know. Again, I things can be so fucking vague. I and that's the problem with like being a K-pop stan, because there's always going to be translation issues. You and especially with like, you know, whatever. There's when you like people from other genres of music and you do not speak that language, there's gonna be issues with translations and shit. So I may not never know. That nigga left. Low key. That's I think that low key. Also people are low key are still hating on Woojin, like leave that man alone. I'm gonna look into that. STDs. I thought he was just a freeloading BF. Hold on. That's what I thought. I don't know. People was talking like he was giving people STDs. I won't speak for that from fact. I don't think that's a fact. So please do not take my word on that. But I'm pretty sure they were just saying he was using girls for their money or something. So many different things are being said. Yeah. So I was hearing that he was just being a fuckboy boyfriend or whatever and was cheating on his girlfriend. I was hearing that he was cheating on his girlfriend and giving other or give he gave his girlfriend an STD from having sex with another person. I was hearing that he was basically trying to be a sugar baby because I don't know, he was trying to his girlfriends were buying him stuff or whatever. I heard that like he was using girls for their money. Again, it was all a mess. I still fully don't even know what happened. All I know is that there was some controversy about his past relationships. People will go so far to drag people down. Truly, truly, people will do a lot. And that's the thing is like I definitely don't want to not listen to the victims because for me, and this has always kind of been my mindset, I'm better to believe the victim than to believe somebody who possibly could have been an abuser or a person who's hurting other people or whatever. And I get that, but considering how often, especially in K-pop, where people will come out with something and say, "Hey, X person did this thing to me," and then a couple years or so, months, whatever, some time passes, and we find out that it was either a lie or misconstrued or whatever, it's hard to believe anything. And citizens hired cyber investigators and everything, and the OP was a Lucas anti and the rest were Sasangs and antis. See what I mean? See what I mean? How often does this stuff happen? Especially with NCT. I feel like this happens every other fucking day. We get an NCT situation where something happens and we find out, hey, possibly this member of NCT could be a douche for whatever fucking reason. And then everybody's mad. And then a couple hours later, we found out, oh, it was just Sasangs, it was just solos, it was just antis, being assholes, mistranslations, da 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 da. Like, and like that whole Sujin situation happened. Girl leaves, and then the celebrity accuser admits that she doesn't even remember if it was Sujin. See? It happens so often now. So now it's almost like, damn, I don't know what to, and I still do want to try my best to whenever something happens, I want to believe the victims, and I do like anything could happen, but and so often in K-pop do we find out like the worst thing could possibly happen, like the Sujin situation or even the Wano situation, and we find out that a person lied and the person gets kicked out of the group, and it was all for a fucking lie. Who knows? Since it was an anti, I guess SM should speak up on. But on the other hand, the Korean and Chinese audience might not be so accepting to have him back yet. Yep. Yeah. I feel like the reason Woojin and AOA Jimin got so much hate was because they're ugly. Yeah. Low-key, yeah. The Sujin thing with the celebrity just makes me mad. I don't even stand G-Idol. Me neither. Like I don't stand G-Idol either, but like that whole situation just kind of made me really sad. It makes me really sad to think about it. People don't believe the victim. People use the believe the victim to take advantage of just making sure she wasn't eating something she wasn't supposed to be doing. But yeah, I mean, yeah, this is the thing for me personally. It's like I want to, like I said, I just said this like four fucking times. I want to believe the victim because I feel better. Like I would rather believe the victim and be wrong than believe an abuser and be right. Do you know what I mean? Um, so like I try my best, but also like I just said, when it comes to K-pop in particular, you really just kind of have to wait. I feel like it's better to just I don't know, I don't want to say don't pick a side because I don't want to sound like an asshole, but it's very like much so you really just kind of have to wait because 9 times out of 10, look, all of these situations you guys are talking about in the chat here, the Sujin situation, the Woojin situation, the AOA Jimin and the Minna situation, the Wano situation, um, like I guess even the Lucas situation, we will find out one thing. Everybody will react. The company will react. The member will leave the group. Whatever will happen, and then we find out that it was a lie. So it's like fuck. I wonder how Suja is doing. Me too. I wonder if she's gonna debut solo. I feel like she was a really popular member, so in theory, mayhaps she will be fine. Who knows? But I don't know if she'll ever go back because that rarely ever happens. How often do we have like a member leave a group and then come right back? That never happens. So who knows? But Sujin deserved better, and the OP accuser said she had a bunch of proof and yet didn't post anything, and everyone believed her. Yeah, it was really weird. And I remember Sujin saying that if she did do it, like she was like, I remember hearing Sujin in the company cube saying like, if there is proof that Sujin did do this, then Sujin will leave the group. But if there's no proof, then I will just stay here. But Sujin ended up leaving anyways. And I'd almost imagine that like they end up leaving the group anyways just because of the backlash. Because like you guys say, uh Korea takes like bullying accusations and stuff very, very seriously. So they end up just leaving anyway. It's been 2 years since what happened one on. I spent Halloween that year listening to sad Taylor Swift music. Oh, oh man. Well, with Mena, she was posting some self-harm pics during the situation and definitely made me sympathize. But then the whole entire thing became way too much. Yeah. That that man, that was one of those situations that made me feel like so duped, honestly. Like that situation and one of the oh my god, do you guys remember the Tiara situation when Hyoung, it was Hyoung, right? I can never remember which twin was in the group, but whichever twin, one of the Ryu twins who was in the group, had everybody thinking that Tiara bullied her out of the group and literally ruined Tiara's career, and then come to find out she was lying, and she was the one who was bullying. Isn't that shit so crazy? So fucking crazy. I never felt more duped in my fucking life. Truly. And I was a big ass fan of Tiara. A huge fan. And I remember being so fucking like sad when I found out about that. A lot of people understand. A lot of people understand. That literally like killed Tiara's growth like dead stop. And it was a lie. Like fuck. That's crazy to me. With the Wano thing, he was proven to be innocent. Someone early on and still left the group. Yeah. I'd imagine because again, he was they take that kind of stuff seriously too. So maybe they were already halfway on the way of letting him leave the group anyways. And I imagine that there's a lot of paperwork and stuff that goes into this. So it's not like they could just be like, never mind. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Stay neutral, yeah. Are you not sleepy? A little bit. It's 8:30. It ain't that late. I'm hungry as fuck. I'm gonna definitely eat after this. Felt like shit that he felt that he had needed to leave to protect Mostek. Yeah, that was really sad. That still makes me sad to this day. Like, fuck. Fuck. I feel like Mostek goes through a lot. The new situation with the K drama actor. I don't know who that is. What happened with that? The Tiara scandal pissed me off so badly. Bruh. I've never felt so fucking duped in my life. And when I tell y'all I was the biggest Tiara stan, I literally fuck with Tiara so fucking heavy. So fucking heavy. Oh my god. I would have died for Tiara. I'm being OD as fuck. But like I love Tiara so much. And I just, you know what I mean? You hate to feel like an idiot. And I just felt so bad. I just felt so fucking bad. I feel like the A Pink situation is also fake. There's an A Pink situation. Hair falling out. I feel bad for Mena, but she's a 28-year-old woman. She just needs to be held accountable for the questionable stuff that she's done. People need to stop. Should stop infantilizing her. Yeah, and far be it for me to try to diagnose her with anything, but clearly she's gone through a lot in her life, and she very much so needs therapy and to not be on social media. Just period. That poor girl has been through a lot, and I'm, you know, I'm not trying to diagnose nobody, but she has been through a lot, a lot, a whole lot, more than most of us could either imagine, like ever imagine. So like on that front, I do feel bad for her, and you know, yeah, but also like you say, same thing. It's like people being mentally ill does not give them a pass to just do and say whatever the fuck they want to say. Like baby girl, we all of us, most of us are all mentally ill. Like Me being depressed or going through the things that I've gone through in my life does not give me a free ride to just say and do anything that I want. It's just not how that goes. So, the Korean actor girlfriend cheated on him with 10 guys at once. My girl was wilding. Who the fuck? How do I even look that up? I don't even know what to look up. I want to know. I don't even know what to look up though. How do I look that up? The Korean actor cheated with 10 guys. That's wild. My girl was wilding. I'm gonna look it up. Um, ah, is this Kim Mingui? Is that who you're talking about? Doesn't claim to be Kim's ex-girlfriend. Had accused of cheating on her and violated COVID restrictions with the other women. Yikes! That's wild. I still like Jackson Wang from afar, so I can't talk. Felt that. I feel you. I feel you on that. Well, the situation was she lied and said that he made her get an abortion while they dated, but that was just a lie. Huh? Huh? What? It turned out she was a serial cheater and slept with apparently 3 men. Maybe that the guy I just looked up just now. So she accused him of being a cheater and he lost everything or whatever, but turns out she was the one cheating? Is that what you guys are telling me? Because that's wild. Really? Damn. What the fuck is going on with motherfuckers just getting away with lying these days? Didn't it feel like this is happening a lot? I mean, any person who's famous, like there's no limits. You could be a musician or just an actor or whatever, but anybody who's famous, somebody can just come out and be like, "You did this to me," and people will be like, "Okay," and just take everything, and then turns out, oh, they lied. It's I don't know what to do because part of me wants to be like, people need to do more to like, I guess, verify whatever, but like how? How can we be able to verify it? And also because most people are so reactionary, like for a lot of companies, if we're speaking from like a company perspective, right? If I'm a company and I'm working with this person and come to find out some situation happened and oh, they may not be a horrible person and I'm getting all this backlash and people are sending me emails and calling the company, as in me, calling me the company or whatever, whatever, and I'm losing money, then because everyone else is coming to you, you initially will probably want to be like, all right, let's just get rid of you because this is too much right now. Like too much shit is happening. So I guess people don't give the companies the time to like look into it, or maybe rather the companies don't take the time to look into it. They just react first because they don't want to lose money. I don't know what I'm talking about, if that makes sense. A lot of shit has been going on in K-pop this year. Woo, I love the gossip though, I can't lie. Low key. What's crazy to me is that like I feel like K-pop now is giving me the same energy that Y2K, the 2000s in Western pop gives. Because remember, in the 2000s, I don't know how old most of you are, but in the 2000s, like, I feel like pop culture was at its peak from like 1999 to I want to say 2009. Let's say, like 2007, I want to say. Pop culture was at its peak in the sense that paparazzi are bad. Gossip columns are bad. We know that the impact that this kind of stuff has on musicians and singers and stuff. We've seen it with Britney Spears, with Lindsay Lohan, with Amanda Bynes. We've seen all this stuff happen, and it is bad. However, the gossip and the stuff for whatever reason, it was very interesting, and it just kept everything just felt so like wild. And I feel like nowadays that's where K-pop is right now at this point. I feel like K-pop is having its Y2K moment every other fucking day, and it's really the only difference I would say is that I don't know what that noise is. The only difference is that for the most part, when it comes to the K-pop stuff, it's not necessarily too much fun. Like, it's fucked up and people are losing their careers and stuff, and it's not necessarily fun, but there's also just a lot going on, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know. He wasn't a shooter, but she said he made her have an abortion to save his career. So is that true? Or was she lying about that too? K-pop has always been relatively popular, but now it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, so things are getting crazier. 100%. Like we're getting more and more people who are just coming in and just saying what they want to say. It is crazy. Search up Kim Sun Ho. Let me see. Oops. Let's see. Let's see. Hometown Cha Cha Cha's Kim Sun Ho uncanceled after dispatch report. Let's read this. Like there's so many like pop culture video essays about what went on back then. I love Mila Tequila. Do not get me started. I want them to post a video so bad. They have not posted a video in forever. I love Mila Tequila. I went on like a full binge and watched every video they ever made on their main channel and their side channel. I fucking love their content. I fucking love their content. But to read what this says, South Korean actor Kim Sun Ho has been reinstated by some advertisers in a reprieve for the belligerent, I can read that, star after an alleged abortion scandal. The face mask brand Mima, which had employed Kim, 35, as a model, reposted ads featuring him to their official website on YouTube channel in days after withdrawing Canada, Korea. So okay, hold on, let me read. It had been switched to private on October 19th, 2 days after an online allegation that Kim had demanded his ex-girlfriend to terminate her pregnancy only to later dump her. The actor, who recently starred in a romantic case drama Hometown Cha Cha Cha, as well as a work romance series Startup, had admitted and publicly apologized to his actions on October 20th. The controversy surrounding Kim entered a new phase after South Korean media outlet Dispatch published a story on Tuesday in which several people disputed the claims made by his former girlfriend and provided old chat messages that seemed to demonstrate Kim's concern about her condition. I'm reading all this. Hold on, let me see what y'all saying. Sim needs to do better in general, but I can't talk because I stand the majority of the artists. I feel that. I feel that 100%. Did they say Blackpink Jennie was in Squid Game? Someone tell me if that's true. I've never watched it, so I can't tell you. I think Kim Sun Ho and his ex-girlfriend both agreed to it, but she changed her mind. She's close friends with Hoyeon, and there's this picture of her in the suit, but I think that's just an edit. Jennie was on the set of Squid Game, but I don't know if she's actually in the show. If she was, I think that they would have actually used her as a big role, not a background character. Yeah, probably. Let me see what this is saying now. Online debate continues. Someone claiming to have known Kim from college defended the actor, said he was not the sort of person that would force someone to have an abortion. Meanwhile, the public broadcaster KBS has come under fire for what viewers said was unnecessary programming concerning Kim. On Friday, Entertainment Weekly Live, an entertainment show covering pop culture figures and industry news, aired a segment on whether or not the actor could be in legal hot water for his alleged actions. Many reviewers felt the report was unnecessary, as Kim had already stepped down from his KBS variety show 2 days and one night, and his scenes had already been edited out after the controversy. And online, the petition posted to KBS Audience Rights Center called for the broadcaster to stop airing the episode, while KBS is required to respond to petitions that gain more than 1,000 signatures in 30 days. The broadcaster has yet to respond or react. Okay, so basically, yeah, you guys are right. He's now officially, I guess, uncanceled. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Crazy shit going on. It's too much shit happening. I don't fucking know why. I mean, I do know why, but like, damn. Wild. I'm so hungry. Yeah, I should probably I should probably end the stream at some point. I've been live for like a hot minute. I don't think I've streamed this long in a while. I want to eat, number one, and number two, I think I have to babysit later. So if I do want to film a video, I do want to make a video on pygmies. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit. But if I did want to do that, I should probably do it before I have to babysit. So um look forward to that video, perhaps. Um I have, like I said, I have reactions that I filmed. I really just do not feel like editing them. I don't know why. Um, I got a 17 one. I'll probably post if I do edit. You know, I will eventually, but 17 and A spell will come out eventually. I don't know if I'll post my Etsy one. If I do post my Etsy one, I'll probably just end up posting on the Patreon because I don't know. I feel like that's not. I mean, do you guys want that? I will tell you. I'll ask y'all because since we here. Did you guys want that Etsy reaction? I don't know that it's that interesting because off the top of my head, if I remember correctly, I didn't have that much to say about the song. I thought the song was cool. I for some reason could not get a grasp on it for whatever reason. But I didn't hate it, you know. But I didn't have that much to say about it. I just remember when she was accused of bullying. I remember that. God, and you know, like again, like I do understand we do not know these idols, but that just felt like such a left field. I'm like, oh hell no! I know y'all not trying to bring Chew in this, not Chew of all people. Like fuck, but whatever. Certified champ make me looking forward to the video. It's the song Loco. Yeah, I filmed a reaction to that. I don't know if I want to post it. Um, but I have a Savage reaction and then a Rock With You reaction in tow. I have a unboxing for in Hypen's recent album, Dilemma. I filmed that. I also have this video that I filmed that's me like reacting to one of my older videos, and I think it will be an interesting video to do. Um the part where Yaji says SOS for this kitty's become a meme. See, that's the thing. I didn't even react to that much on that part. I think I was really just trying to listen to the song. I could not get a grasp on it. You know what? I don't think I'm gonna post it because I don't think it's a good video. Like, I don't even think you guys would enjoy it, and that's the problem. Like, I've always said this that like my reaction videos don't bring much to the table, but at the very least, if they're gonna be posted, they have to be entertaining. It's not like I'm a form of therapy or a react to the K or anything like that. I have no not interest. I have no experience in the industry, so I don't have anything to give on that front. All I can really do is try to be funny, but if the video is not funny, then I don't want to post it. Like if it's not entertaining at the very least, then I don't want to post it. So I don't think I'm gonna post that one. Um, but the other two will get posted eventually. I should edit tonight, but y'all know me. I want to play Sims. I really want to play the Sims. Like right now, I want to make some noodles and then go fucking play the Sims and get shit all over my keyboard. My new fancy keyboard. I've been really into keyboard builds lately. So that's something. Harry, here's a fun fact that you guys probably didn't know about me. I have a really weird obsession and fixation on computers and specifically operating systems. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I tend to like to use Mac crash noises in my videos. I don't know why. I'm very interested in it. I used to be very interested in viruses as well, computer viruses. And I used to watch a lot of videos on that. So I know an unnecessary amount about computer viruses and operating systems, specifically Macs, and I know a lot about old Mac computers for some reason. So there's your list fun fact for the day. Here's another fact. I used to come home and watch those Mac versus PC commercials all day. Don't know why. That was like back in the day when we didn't have cable yet. We had just moved into an apartment. We didn't have cable yet, so I used to just watch those videos all the time. Don't know why. Just a really weird, you know. Everybody has their own weird fixations. I think mine's are just computers. I think computers are cool. I want to figure out how to like build my own keyboard, and I would love to do that one day. So there's your fact. When people accuse Chew of bullying, it's like accusing Hobie of bullying. Like how? Yeah, and like again, like I've said, like far be it for me to try to make an assumption on who someone might be outside of the idol sphere. But fuck, it was like wild. It's really cool. Is it cool? I feel like it's nerdy. Really fucking weird and nerdy. Like I was talking to somebody and I was like, didn't everybody go through this? And they were like, nah. Like, nah, nobody else, just you. Like, oh, okay. You gotta go. All right. Appreciate you for hanging out. I fucking stuttered. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna go in a little bit too, but thanks for hanging out, Annalise, Anna. I hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful night or day or whatever time it is in the world for you. Bye bye. Bye. I think it's just hard to believe because similar to Hobie, Chu never come across as negative or angry. 100%. And from what we knew, even before the bullying accusations, everyone always spoke of Chu as if she was an absolute angel, even before she debuted. Like, if to my knowledge, from what we know, that woman has been an angel from the moment she was born. She's just been an absolute angel. I adore her. God, I can't wait for a Luna World Tour. What I wouldn't do just for a handshake, a high five, just one, just one. That's another video I have, an idea I have, and I'm not gonna tell you too much about it, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it. All right, I'm gonna go now. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. I'm gonna go make noodles and do something else. I don't fucking know. My favorite operating system is Windows 7. Oh my god! Oh, dude. Okay, so like real shit. My favorite operating system has been Windows XP for years, and I'm not saying it just because nostalgia, but it's definitely because of nostalgia. Windows XP, god tier. I don't care what anyone says to me. Windows XP is god tier. Windows 10 is okay. Whatever. I do remember Windows 7 though. I like Windows 7. I enjoyed it a lot actually, but Windows XP is god tier. Windows Vista was a mess. I like Windows 95 too. Just for the nostalgia, I think. Windows 98 is also good. Fun times. Very, very fun times. Yeah. I'm do you guys remember what's the name of that computer? I know it's a Mac. It's like an iMac. It's the iMac, but the colorful ones with like the big back, and it used to come in different colors. I remember we used to have blue ones in elementary school. I love that fucking thing. That's like my favorite computer design. Like the colorful iMacs are like my favorite computer design. My also favorite computer design is the Mac 20th anniversary version. It is so clunky and weird looking, but it's also very cool. There's also the iMac that they had that was kind of like, it looked like a lamp. I cannot remember what exactly it was called, but it was very cool looking. It looked like the Pixar lamp. Anyways, I'm leaving. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. See y'all in whatever video I film next. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye. I'm ending the stream now. Goodbye. 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 Bye. Here's some cookies that are stuck together. I don't know what I'm talking about. I know what you're talking about, but I forgot what they're called. Yeah. You know what? Next time I do a stream, I'm gonna, for the first 15 minutes, I'm just gonna talk about computers. That's it. All right, bye.